The following is a presentation of The Day.
You are looking live at Fitch High School, host of the ECC Girls Basketball Tournament on this cold Saturday afternoon. First game is Division II. Will feature the Wheeler Lions versus the Stonington Bears and catch all the action here on Game Day. Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health, located in Waterford. We're your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, a cosmetic boost, or advanced treatment, our experimental team has you covered. Enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today at Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Visit us online or call to book now. Speaking of smiles, Keith O'Brien, the sports doctor, along with the coach, Chris Giusti. It's coffee time here at Fitch High School. Juice and a very, very good basketball game on tap for game number 1 between the Wheeler Lions and the Stonington Bears.
Super Saturday here in Groton. Yep. 4 games. The Division II semifinals kick us off here. The first meeting between these two local rivals.
Yeah.
And both teams had outstanding seasons, sports doctor, and I'm excited to see, how they match up.
Well, when you've got a league that's so small and everybody's so familiar with each team out there, you don't see that very often. You don't see it on the boys' side too much or the girls' side, but again, styles determine fights. Which team comes out here and imposes their will, and I think, we talked about this before the game, setting the tone early, 11 o'clock, creating your own energy, just getting off the bus, just getting warmed up, and very important to get off to a hot start.
Yeah, I think that's something that I'd be concerned about as a coach. Talking to Coach Solar before the game, what would be something that she would worry about, and she said, if we're not making our shots.
Yeah, the opening tip is sponsored by Kuchar Financial. When you want more than just tips, if you want sound financial planning, go see Lee Kuchar, Kuchar Financial in New London. Lee can help you with financial planning and investment, tax preparation. We all need that this time of year, and planning for your business and personal needs. Feel better about your financial decisions. Go to Kuchar Financial. And we're getting ready to tip things off, and I hate to say this, I'll say it a lot this weekend. Wheeler, my alma mater, we're ready to take the floor here against the Stonington Bears. Should be a good basketball team. Wheeler comes in 14-5 in the regular season. Stonington 16-4, and again the first matchup, opening tip out of bounds, will go to Wheeler. Wheeler features Zoe Brown, their standout player, number 11, junior forward center. Can do a little bit of everything out there for Coach Megan Perkins. No trouble inbound on the ball, taken over by Wheeler. A couple of Perkins girls out there, Molly and Morgan, coaches kids. Swing pass stolen by Stonington, so some early jitters for Wheeler. Leah DePerry running the show out there for Coach Solar. Ball goes around. Wheeler pack it in the zone, Coach.
Yeah, 2-3 from Wheeler.
Double team, pop back, move the ball around. Patience on offense. And a good strong move that time by Howinski. Gets her own miss, lays it up. Again, offensive foul over the top on Sophia Howinski.
Like you said, sports doctor, both teams
feel each other out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get their feet. Stonington, very aggressive zone, whereas Wheeler more of a pack it in zone.
Aiden Bresnan, the point guard for Coach Perkins. Then some sloppy play early. Ball taken by Stonington. The push, the dump down to DePerry. Shot comes off the side. And a rebound taken by Oaza. Check that, Zoe Brown, sorry. Aiden Bresnan, she is a senior point guard. She does all the ball handling. High ball screen, offensive foul that time on Molly Perkins.
Sloppy start, 3 turnovers for the Lions, 3 missed shots for the Bears. We still have no score.
Leah DePerry brings it up, junior guard. Wheeler going to pack it in that zone and challenge Stonington to beat them from the outside. Good ball movement, clean open look. Knockdown for shot by Howinski. That's how you beat the zone. You move the basketball. You find the man in the top of the key at the slot. Good pass and good ball movement. A little pressure here by the Bears.
An extended 3-2.
Good dump down, a little off-centered again. So some sloppy play by Wheeler trying to find the open player. Almost a better job by Stonington's defense coming out and putting ball pressure.
Yeah, 4 turnovers for Wheeler. They need to slow it down, use ball fakes, and not get sped up by that pressure.
To Perry, ball tipped out of bounds by Wheeler. Stonington will reset. 2-0. Stonington leads. Swing to the outside. Deep three. That time is good. To Perry from the wing. Good ball movement again by Stonington. They lead 5-0. Nice look underneath. Can't go down. Zoe Brown still trying to find her mark down there. Jump ball. Brown is their best player. She is number 10. She does a little bit of everything for Coach Megan Perkins. Juice, this team is, last year's program had 7 kids. This year they have 16.
Yeah.
Something to keep in mind.
Yeah, great first-year coach, Coach Perkins, coming from the middle school where she coached for 6-7 years. So she's trying to build this program, and it's a good start this year with a 14-5 record and an appearance in the Division II semifinals.
Man-to-man defense right now giving Wheeler a little bit of trouble. Butcher-Movic. Back to Bresden in the corner, and she's called for a travel. So right now, they're their own worst enemy.
Yeah,
turnovers, sloppy passes, not finding any kind of offensive rhythm out there.
Yeah, having a hard time getting a shot off. Only attempted 1 shot so far.
Risley and Cadmus, 2 hot players for Stonington. Risley, deep 3 again from DePerry. And DePerry coming with the shooter's touch early. Down low to Brown, and she will find herself making a trip to the free throw line. So that time, the good pass over the top by Bresden, finding Brown on the block and good line to the shoot 2.
Yeah, good recognition that Stonington was overextending, left the middle open, and no hesitation from Brown. Down 8-0, we got to get some buckets. I'm going right up with this.
Afraid to make a move and make a shot, get to the free throw line. There you go, you're on the board. Sometimes that's all it takes is, get yourself to the free throw line, manufacture some points, get a touch, get a feel. Now you're in the game.
Yeah, see it go in.
All right. Brown 2 for 2 for the line. 8-2. Stonington leads here in the first quarter. Ball down low to Howinski. She turns the ball over.
So Wheeler doing a great job of limiting Stonington's inside touches. Stonington has countered by hitting a couple of threes, but you could see the game plan early from Wheeler is not let Stonington beat him inside.
Perkins, so 2-man game with Butcher-Movic. Perkins looking to make a move. Finding Butcher-Movic again in the corner. Stands up. Air ball. Nice job that time by Cadmus on the defensive glass. And here comes DePerry looking to push. DePerry is a junior. Cadmus from 3. Knocks it down. Cadmus for 3. And just like that, 11-2. Coach, you talked about getting off to a good start. The Bears are there.
Yeah, hitting their 3-point shots. That's big against this 2-3 zone.
Oh, nice look and a high low to Brown for 2. And that spot's there. Take care of the basketball, make sound passes to get back on D. That time just a little bit late by Perkins, Morgan Perkins, coach's daughter. Coach is trying to coach her up on the sidelines. So a nice job by Stonington, coach, kind of leaking out and creating a fast break off the make.
Yeah, Coach Solar preaching, get the ball out of the net, get it up court quick, don't let the defense set up. Coach Solar, no stranger to these big games. 32nd season
Isn't that something?
at the helm.
Caitlin Cadmus, 2 for 2 from the line on that trip. 13-4, and here comes some pressure from the Bears. Butchermovic to Brown. The Breslin travel again. You know, it's that indecisiveness, and once you pick up your dribble like that, you're kind of in no man's land a little bit. Get the ball to the guards, let them do their work. DePerry to Risley. Back to DePerry. A little deep three that time, a little short by Cadmus. Offensive read by my Stonington, taken back by Perkins, Morgan Perkins. And again, let's find a guard, come back to the basketball, and another turnover by Wheeler. And here comes DePerry. Always looking ahead. Nice dump down. And Brown with the rebound. Breslin ahead. Stolen by DePerry. And right now, Stonington a little quicker to the basketball on both ends.
Yeah, it's that speed of the game that I'm not sure Wheeler is accustomed to playing. Getting them sped up right now.
Cadmus to Risley. Risley to dump down. Stolen away by Brown. Brown to Butchermovic. Butchermovic to Breslin. Settle things down here a little bit. 13-4, 2.5 to go. Need a bucket. And use that high ball screen to her advantage. A little confusion in offense by Wheeler. Perkins to Perkins at the law firm. Another turnover. Cadmus with the rebound. And right now, just Stonington just a little crisper, a little faster, and a little more aggressive on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I just think it's the speed of the game right now that Wheeler is trying to adjust to. Remember, the format of this Division II tournament combines the teams from the Division III and the Division IV regular season groupings. So Wheeler isn't accustomed to playing a lot of the teams that Stonington is.
Nice dump down to Risley. Rory Risley will get to the line to shoot 2, so a nice entry pass in the wing. Risley finds herself shooting 2. You know, I think that comes with not seeing a team during the regular season is, you know, how fast they are, how quick they are, and, you know, what can we get away with, and what do we need to do to tighten things up on our end. And I think Wheeler's figuring it out now.
No, they need to keep figuring it out, but, you know, they're one of the true Class S schools in the ECC and one of the small schools in the state. You know, Stonington, a good-sized medium school, so, you know, there is a difference there.
Pressure here by Stonington, 1 out of 2 from Risley from the line. Nice look up ahead. The scoop. Shot comes up a little short from post. Rebound. And missed by Stonington and out of bounds. Risley again.
And Sports Doctor, it looks like to make matters worse for the Lions here, their top player, Zoe Brown, has checked out and is being looked at by the trainer right now.
And another turnover on the offensive end. Perkins trying to get the ball to Breslin, and just sloppy play by the Lions. So Stonington a little quicker to the punch right now in this game, a little quicker to the ball. You know, 50-50 balls, their defensive intensity. They find themselves up 10 with just under 2 here in the first quarter. Cadmus to Risley. Swing to the outside. Back to Risley. Nice high entry low. Drive, kick. Breslin with some good hands. Perkins gathers for a Wheeler. And again, let's find a guard. There you go. Post. Will push. And another travel.
11 turnovers for Wheeler in
Eloise
this first
post.
quarter.
Into the game for Brown. And DePerry in no rush out there. In control. Drive and the kick. Good ball movement by the Bears. Nice shot by Risley. Comes up a little bit short. And here comes Wheeler. Aiden Breslin. She is the senior. Had her work cut out for her. Looking to make a move against DePerry. Butchermovic. Perkins. Great defense by Risley, pushing to the outside. Nobody looking to make an aggressive move on the offensive end by Wheeler. Somebody's going to have to step up here. Jump ball. We'll stay with Wheeler.
Well, that 3-2 zone's really bothering him, Sports Doctor.
Yep. Six on the shot clock. Wheeler looks very confused on the offensive end right now. I credit the Stonington defense for that. And another turnover. And a leak out by Risley. Shot by Butcher-Movic on D. Rebound Stonington. Deep three to Perry. Short. Butcher-Movic with the rebound. 19. Wheeler looking for a last shot here possibility. Bresden looking to make a move. Well guarded by Risley. Butcher-Movic. Stonington defense playing really well. Got to keep an eye on the clock now. 6 to shoot. Perkins. Deep three. Heave. And that will be it. 14-4. Stonington out of the gate. Over Wheeler right now, Coach.
Yeah, turnovers have thwarted the Lions in the first quarter.
Well, let's take a quick break. You'll see second quarter action here on Game Day live on theday.com.
Here at Game Day, we're proud to bring you unrivaled video coverage of local high school sports, all of it free for you to watch. These videos are not free for us to produce them. If you'd like to ensure that we can keep covering your school and your teams, there's a few ways that you can support us. Hit up our merch store and pick up some Game Day gear in your school colors. Our camera operators are always looking for those shirts and hoodies in the crowd, and you may see yourself on our next live stream. We get a lot of support from businesses in our community, and if you'd like to join them as a sponsor, send us a message and we can connect you with our advertising staff. Finally, The Day is the organization behind everything we do here at Game Day. If you want to support The Day's community journalism, consider a print or digital subscription at theday.com/subscribe.
There you go. Talk about some royalty in attendance. Zane Brewer and some of the Wheeler boys basketball players. Zane Brewer became the Wheeler all-time leading scorer. They play tomorrow against Montville. And you can watch them on Game Day and live on theday.com. And Zane Brewer having a time of his life. And the Magic Carpet Ride doesn't stop from last year for the Wheeler Lions. They're having a good time over there. But, Coach, 14-4 our score here. We talked about getting off to a good start early, and Stonington has done that.
Yeah, they haven't shot the ball tremendously. They're 4 of 13, but they've made 3 3-pointers, and they've created a lot of opportunities with their pressure defense. They've gotten some breakaways, got to the free throw line a couple times. Wheeler can't get a shot off. They've only attempted 3 shots.
Yep. And turnover again. DePerry on the run out for 2. So Leah DePerry kind of doing a little bit of everything out there for the Bears. She has 8. Bresden, timeout. Wheeler. So just like that, Coach Perkins wants to talk things over a little bit. Brown has checked back into the game for Wheeler. She saw the trainer, during that first quarter. But 16-4, and when you talk about to a coaching staff too, when you look over at the Stonington coaching staff, a lot of experience over there and a lot of heavy hitters. Holly Misto over there. That's a great staff.
Who's who of coaches. You got Holly Misto, former New London girls coach, well-decorated state champion. And then you got a Wheeler grad, Keoka Mars Garrick, played college ball for Jen Rosati at Hartford. So a lot of knowledge to go with a coach that doesn't necessarily need that much help in Coach Solar 32 years, where Wheeler just kind of starting something fresh this year.
Yeah.
This experience will help them.
Yep.
They got to keep battling one play at a time, figure out how to break this pressure. It starts with patience, not rushing your decision. It's okay if you take a 5 or a 10-second violation. No live ball turnovers.
Like you said right there on the inbounds from post. Goes back and gets it right back though. Bresden. She's the one that's going to kind of settle things down out here for Wheeler. Hayden Bresden. She handles the ball an awful lot. She is the team leader. A little high screen and roll that time for Brown. And Brown was calling for it on the block. Perkins. The kick. Post. Tied up and ball just taken away from her by Cadmus. Cadmus gets it back. Back to DePerry. Wide open. Why not? A little off the mark that time. Rebound by Perkins. Run out by Butchamovic. The scoop and the harm. Foul by DePerry. So that time a little run out, a little fast break opportunity for Wheeler. Saw the speed by Abby Butchamovic. She will find herself at the line to shoot 2. Think about this. Wheeler has 4 points. 2 of them are from the charity stripe. They've only made 1 basket today.
Mm-hmm. Struggling against this pressure, but that's one way to beat it. You know, throw it over the top. Get an easy breakaway.
First free throw is off the mark. I think there's some confusion on who the foul was on. Referee called 12, and 12's not even on the floor right now. So both missed. Rebound taken by Brown. Gathered by Perkins. Perkins trying to make a move, and a jump ball called. DePerry getting into the mix a little bit. And the ball will go to Stonington. So DePerry will bring it up. 16-4. Cadmus looks to make a move. To Risley. Risley with the dump down. And Cadmus will find herself at the line shooting 2. Addison Cadmus, she is a freshman. Good athlete. Tall. Active on the block, making some moves. She will find herself at the line shooting 2. You know, the one thing I like about Stonington, too, Coach, is they make the entry pass into the block from the wing. Doesn't always have to come from the top of the circle. So when you have the threat of a 3-point shooter on the wing, it's easy to kind of open things up in that one-on-one situation on the block.
Yeah, post, repost, relocate, throw it out. All that kind of stuff that, you know, Coach Solar teaching these girls to do. And they have a lot of height.
1 out of 2 from the stripe. Cadmus, right, Risley tries to clean up the mess. She gets her own rebound. Off the mark, Butchamovic with the rebound. Resden looking to set things up. And again, the strong defense by the Bears, not allowing Wheeler to get anything going on the offensive end. High screen by Brown, a little dump down to Butchamovic. Great defensive help on the back end by Stonington again. It just seems like whenever there's a pass made, there's defensive help, whether it's Cadmus or Risley. Not a lot of room at all to operate for Wheeler.
Yeah, Stonington playing man the last couple of possessions and just really locking in to their assignments.
Yep. Backside pressure comes, help comes, because there's no real offensive threat out there for Wheeler right now. Good ball movement, nice dump down. Good look on the paint. Taken by Brown. And Bresnan. High screen that time by Brown. Bresnan goes the other way. Picks up her dribble, trapped a little bit, ball goes to Post. Post looking to make a move, kicks out to nobody. Post has got to finish that. She's got to, and once you commit to get to the paint, go finish it. Get to the rim. Ivan kicked, and fouled on the backside by Brown is Risley. So Risley again with the 50-50 ball. Going to work, will find herself at the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, to your point, Sports Doctor, sometimes the best offense is a bad shot and an offensive rebound. And you saw that's what happened with Stonington just now. Air ball turned into a pass. I think Wheeler, you know, you're not going to get that perfect shot. You might just have to start getting some shots up and crash hard and hope you get some offensive rebounds and opportunities to go to the free throw line running your offense that way.
Or if you've got a chance to get to the rim, you've got to commit yourself and get to the rim. So over 2 from the line. Ball taken by Perkins to Bresnan. So whether it's Bresman or Brown or Butchamovic, somebody's got to be a little more aggressive on the offensive end and commit. Easier said than done when you're going against a very good defensive team.
Yeah, and you know, the screen offense, the ball screen offense they're trying to run, they got to wait until the ball screen is set. Take your man away from the screen and lead your defender into it.
And DePerry's a handful on the defensive end. Look at it. Just on-ball pressure is nonstop. No room to operate for Bresnan. Butchamovic calls for it. 15 on the shot clock. Post, strong move, and push out of bounds. There you go. You know, put your head down. Eloise Post, put your head down, get to the baseline, make an aggressive move, foul on Stonington.
Opportunity here with a set piece. Baseline out of bounds play. Let's see what Coach Perkins draws up.
Into Brown, nice entry pass, misses the layup. Off Stonington.
Nice,
Off Sophia
nice out of bounds
Howinski.
play
Yeah,
there,
good
Sports
setup.
Doctor. Got to
Good
finish.
setup.
See if they run it again.
Bresden, use that high ball screen. She's going to bypass it. Swing it one more. 3 from Perkins. Air ball. And out of bounds. (17-4). Game 1 of 4 games here at Fitch High School, Division II girls basketball tournament. DePerry brings it up. Did a dump down, a little sloppy play. Cadmus, shot up top by Mansfield, and it's good. 3-pointer. Callie Mansfield from deep.
Another freshman.
Yeah, another freshman off the bench for Coach Solar. Yep. Great defense that time by Howinski. Just nowhere to go for Perkins. And just like that off the bench, the microwave. Callie Mansfield with a quick 5 for number 5.
Instant offense, looking good.
Yep. And the push that time by Post. And I don't know why she passes it up. She gives it up. I mean, just take that ball. You've got to step on your defender. Go to the rim. Take it to the cup. With a quick timeout here by Wheeler. Full timeout. Coach, what are we talking about in that Wheeler huddle?
Maybe some of the same things that you're talking about, Sports Doctor. You know, we got to get shots up, you know. End every possession with a shot attempt. At least let's get some shots up. And don't get down on yourself.
Right.
You know, this is hard, you know, because they're accustomed to playing a certain way against a certain style of opponent. And they've had success. They've had a lot of success this season. And now all of a sudden it's like cold water.
Right.
You know, everything we've been doing isn't working. Like those plays that you say, like, why isn't she shooting it? Well, in the past, she can drive the baseline and bounce past it across the paint to an open player.
Right.
Not tonight. It's not going to work tonight. So they have to continue to make adjustments, and that's something that Coach Perkins talked about that she likes about her team, that they're open to making adjustments and they're able to. So we'll see as the game progresses what they are able to adjust in their game plan.
Now we talk to the guards too, and she just had Eloise Post over here, and she was talking to her before she went into the huddle, and she was telling her, she was showing her, finish. You got to step. You're at the block. Commit. Go to the rim. Inbounds play, knocked out of bounds. Trying to look for Bresden in the corner. 22-4. Stonington leads. A little set piece here. Look for possibly Brown. There it comes. Butchamovic turns the ball over. Risley gives it up to DePerry. DePerry will bring it up. Back to DePerry. Extra pass to Mansfield. Got to keep an eye on her. 5 points quickly off the bench. Cadmus. Back to DePerry. In the corner. She is a shooter. Off the mark. Nice job by Risley. And she'll go to the line. The foul will be on Brown, number 10 for Wheeler. That's on Butchamovic. Check that. Abby Butchamovic. Foul will be on her. So Risley will find herself at the line and shoot 2.
And Wheeler's working hard on defense. They're not making it easy. It's not like Stonington's coming down and scoring at will. Stonington's had to execute, run their offense. What's really hurting Wheeler on the defensive end is not finishing the possession with a defensive rebound.
Brown brought the board. Post to Butchamovic. Wheeler looking for some sort of positivity on offense. Brown, be a little unselfish here. Make a move and go to the rim. Stolen by DePerry. DePerry. Post. Good hustle back on defense. We'll stay here. Now there's Brown catching the ball on the block, and she's looking for her teammate. Make a move, turn around, get to the rim. Shoot that little 8-foot jump shot. Nowinski off the mark. Rebound by Brown. And Stonington in the mix for every 50-50 ball. Nice look that time, a little off the mark the time by Post. I'm looking for Wheeler for one of these kids to be a little bit unselfish and say, I'm going to take it over myself.
You mean selfish?
Selfish, yeah, selfish, yeah. I'm gonna take it over myself and make things happen. To Perry, Mansfield. Cadmus, back to Mansfield. She's got the hot hand since coming in. Cadmus hits from 3 from the corner. Ball moving around the perimeter, extra pass. And the Bears clicking on all cylinders right now, leading 26-4. Butramovic. Bresnan, good job by DePerry cutting her off. Cross-court pass to Perkins. Nowinski harassing. The tie-up, Stonington ball. And the turnovers continue for Wheeler. (26-4). Stonington in full control here early at Fitch High School. Cadmus, deep 3 off the mark. Rebound by Post. Post looks to push. Go get it. Butramovic to Brown. Butramovic, Bresnan. Mansfield harassing on D. Bresnan looking to make a move. Take it in. But she made a move. I like it. Force the issue a little bit. If you're not going to get to the rim, maybe you get 2 shots, maybe get to the free throw line.
Yeah, maybe an offensive rebound,
yeah.
Whatever. You got to get shots up.
And Perry brings it up for Stonington in full control here. The extra pass. Nice give and go. Risley back to Cadmus. Off the mark. Risley scrapping. Picked up by Butramovic. Bresnan comes out of the heat. A minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Second quarter, first half. Here comes Butramovic. Catch. I look to shoot the basketball. Mansfield on the tie-up, but it'll stay here with Wheeler. Yeah, they brought Butramovic all the way around the baseline, Juice. They ran off their double screen. She caught it, and at that point, let it rip. Catch and shoot. Butramovic looking to make a move. Picks up her dribble. Perkins. Perkins, little pump fake, falls down. DePerry with the 50-50 ball. Nowinski dumped down. Turnover off post. Ball will stay with Stonington. A minute to go left here in the first half.
Wheeler's got to just keep grinding. Try not to get frustrated. I know it's hard.
Hard not to do. Ice inbounds that time to Risley, and she knocks down a little 6-footer. That's easy. That's too easy. Catch it high, shoot it high, coach. Butramovic. Bresnan. Butramovic off the curl. Harassed by Mansfield. Make a move, Bresnan. DePerry all over her all game. Turn the corner. Tries to dump it down to Brown. Good move. Brown blocked by Risley. DePerry. Cadmus with the push. All the way to the rim that time. And the run out. The fast break by the Bears. 30-4. Great team basketball. Blocked shot. One pass. Dribble up. Find your teammate at the cup. 4 to shoot. Stolen by Cadmus. DePerry. And that will do it. And an extremely one-sided first half. Stonington takes a 30-4 lead into the locker room. Stick around for second half action on Game Day, live at aday.com.
Competing with a small team definitely has its challenges. Obviously numbers, the top one, but we make it work. We have enough girls to stunt, and we honestly just find more fun ways to do stunts that you would normally do with a bigger team.
So 2 years ago, we've competed with 3 girls. Last year, I think at ECCs we had 4 girls. This year I have 4 girls again for ECCs, but hopefully we have 5 for states. And this will be the first year since COVID that we are going to states, so they are very excited about that.
Last year at ECCs, we hit all of our stunts, and so that was pretty cool. And we also hit all of our tumbling. I feel like with such a small team, with only being able to do like one stunt at a time, it's really accomplishing to know that you hit everything that you were going to.
With there only being 4 or 5 girls on that mat, or 3 as my team 2 years ago, there's nobody to hide behind, so whatever happens that you do on that mat, everybody's watching you. So if there's 20 girls on that mat, there's someone that could be in front of you that hides you at certain sections of that routine. These girls are spotlighted the whole routine. Everyone can see everything they do, so that is an added pressure onto them.
It racks up your nerves, definitely, because one mistake, everyone's gonna see it. You think everyone's gonna notice it, but honestly, even with the small number, your mistakes aren't really noticed if you don't make them noticeable.
I do tell them that it is like no other feeling to compete on that mat, no matter what you're putting on that mat. The feeling of competing on a competition floor is indescribable. And I'm willing to compete with these low numbers to give them that opportunity.
I think the one thing that I've learned the most is that you don't fail if you keep getting up and trying over again. And cheers definitely taught me that, because a lot of times we'll try to do a stunt 1, 2, 3 times, it won't go up. And sure, you'll be like, oh, we failed that, we can't do it. But then coach will say, 1 more time, which is 3 more times for everybody. But then you really once you hit it, you're like, oh, so we didn't fail, we just had to keep going.
I feel really proud of them. I feel like such a special coach being able to do this for them. I know a lot of coaches wouldn't compete with low numbers like this, so it takes a lot of pride that I have to be able to coach them through this with the numbers that we have.
It's time for the Athletes of the Future, Grade 8 Plays of the Week. Let's start with Griswold basketball. Aiden Cutter gets the loose ball on the floor, pass from his back to Braden Widener, ahead to Caden Kozlowskis, back to Widener for the basket. At number 7, easy basket for the Whalers? No, Kaylin Delaney with the big block. At number 6, Alex Starts. Waterford swimming in the 100 butterfly versus Fitch. He gets to the wall second after 75 meters. But what a final 25 meters for Starts all the way back for the victory. At number 5, Blake Abdulovsky and Brady Erickson. How do you beat a 2-3 zone? Look at the lob. Finish it up, big man. Erickson throwing it down. At number 4, Aaron Guilfoy, Ellis Tech basketball. The long buzzer beater, got it. 62-61 over Lyman Memorial. Celebrate the game winner. At number 3, Gavin Jonash. Killingly wrestling, he's a freshman, but in OT, he comes up big and wins the ECC 106-pound final. At number 2, Stonington Sprint Medley Relay. Max De La Rosa, Chase Spurley, Hagen Drake, and Landon Pelletier win the Class S Sprint Medley. De La Rosa and Drake skipped their individual events to compete in 3 relays because they said, well, I'd rather go all-state with my friends than all-state by myself, and they bring home the crown. But at number 1, a little love for the big guy, Chris Aney, NFA track, on his second throw of the finals, and he knows it as he crushes the all-time state record set in 2022. He throws it 65 feet 7 inches, and that is your Athletes of the Future Grade 8 Plays of the Week. Chris Aney, go down to Athletes of the Future. Get a free week of training. Wow, what a throw.
On the first day of game day, the people just might see a wide open corner 3. On the second day of game day, the people just might see
2 legs of scooping.
On the third day of game day, the people just might see 3 players passing. On the fourth day of game day, the people just might see more falcons flying. On the fifth day of game day, the people just might see 5 golden rings. On the sixth day of game day, the people just might see 6 swimmers swimming. On the seventh day of game day, the people just might see
7 second pin.
On the eighth day of game day, the people just might see
8 plays of greatness.
On the ninth day of game day, the people just might see 9 bears are running. On the 10th day of game day, the people just might see 10 teammates working. On the 11th day of game day, the people just might see 11 lancers leaping. On the 12th day of game day, the people just might see 12 tumblers on the lane, 11 lancers leaping, 10 teammates working, 9 bears are running, 8 plays of greatness, 7 second pins, 6 swimmers swimming, 5 gold rings, 4 falcons flying, 3 players passing, 2 legs are scooping, and a wide open corner. 3
Got it!
Yeah, we're back here at Fitch High School, Division II Girls Semifinals, ECC tournament. Wheeler trails Stonington 30-4. Coach Chris Giusti and the sports doctor Keith O'Brien. Coach, let's take it from the Stonington standpoint. What's talked about in the locker room?
I just keep at it.
Yeah.
You know, like, let's not get sloppy here. Let's not get complacent. You know, we got to keep a mentality.
Yeah.
We're not playing for the scoreboard. This game is salted
Yep.
away. We're playing for Wednesday at Mohegan Sun. We need to stay crisp. No sloppy passes.
Right.
Continue our defensive intensity and communication. You
Right.
touched on it. A lot of communication from the Stonington man-to-man in the first half. So that's what I think the Stonington coaches are harping on right now.
And I think on the other side with Wheeler, it's, you know what, let's start this right now 0-0. You know, let's try and show a little bit of pride. We've got a state tournament coming up in a few weeks. Maybe we can use this as a measuring stick. We see what the speed looks like, and maybe it helps them down the road a little bit.
Yeah, possibly, but I think like you said, you know, they got to flush it 0-0,
Yeah.
one play at a time.
All right, second half possession is brought to you by Kuchar Financial. Located in New London, Kuchar Financial will help you keep possession of your money through sound financial planning and investments, tax planning, and preparation for individuals and small businesses. Everyone wants to feel better about their finances, so go see Lee Kuchar at Kuchar Financial and let him help you feel more confident. Stonington with the second half possession to open things up. Into Perry. Great first half. Out to Cadmus. To Risley. Back to Cadmus. Great ball movement by the Bears. A little dump down to Risley for 2. So again, you saw the extra pass, the little bounce pass on the block, and Risley converts. Good team basketball by the Bears. Eloise Post up top for Wheeler to Butchermovic. Butchermovic, the turn, the shot, I like it. Off the mark a little bit. Perkins with the rebound. And a foul. So right there in the first offensive set by Wheeler, you saw one pass and a quick move and attempt to score by Butchermovic. You did not see that in the first half.
No, they only attempted 7 shots total.
Yeah, let's be selfish out there, kids. They'll dump down to Bresden. And DePerry's she is a nuisance for Wheeler in this ball game. She has done a little bit of everything for Coach Paula Solar. DePerry, deep 3. Off the mark. Rebound taken by Cadmus with the left hand off the mark. Fight for it by Brown. Jump ball will go to Wheeler. So Addison Cadmus and Zoe Brown doing a little work for the basketball, and Brown forced the tie-up. So no points in the second quarter for Wheeler. They were shut out. We can establish something here coming out to start second half. Butchermovic, Bresnan with the parry on her. We'll dump down to Brown. Nice work. Back end by Post. Post can't convert. Ball stays with Wheeler, and a turnover.
But already, as you said, Sports Doctor, they're shooting it.
Shoot the basketball.
They've taken 3 shots this quarter, as opposed to, as I mentioned, 7 in the entire first half.
I don't know what to say about shooting. You can't make them all. You can't miss them all either. The parry. Cadmus. Risley, the dump down. Howinski off the mark. And the ball out of bounds off of Perkins will stay with the Bears.
Well, whoever said that hasn't watched you shoot.
Yeah, listen. I averaged 3.5 points a game my career at Wheeler High School. 5 fouls a game, though. I got every bit of that. So turnover by Butchermovic, and there's the parry again. The parry's on a different level, I think, than the Wheeler guards. Her energy, her motor, she just goes out and gets everything.
And she's their best defender.
Nah, she's great. Cadmus to dump down to Howinski. Howinski, backdoor on the look away to DePerry. Nice job by the Bears. Brown giving it up to Post, Eloise Post. Bresnan trying to get the high ball screen. Dumped down to Perkins, stolen away by Howinski, and the tie-up, and a little frustration that time by Molly Perkins.
Mom likes it.
Yeah, Mom likes it.
Show me that fire.
Coach,
compete.
You talked about Megan Perkins, too. She was the middle school coach, so she's been with these gals a long time.
Yeah, and she's the elementary PE teacher. So there's a trust factor there, and she's turned this program into something that Wheeler can be proud of. Like I said, they're not accustomed to this physicality and speed.
DePerry knocks it down. Well, second chance scoring opportunity that time by Addison Cadmus off the rebound. The kick out to DePerry. Leah DePerry's having herself a night. Year 12 for DePerry. Tie up will stay here with Wheeler, but it just seems like when you show a basketball, there's hands there for the Bears on every trip.
Yeah, it's the aggressiveness.
Yeah, ball pressure.
The mentality. Stonington's played against teams like NFA and the tougher large schools in the conference. It's one of the curious, problems with this 2-tournament format and 4-division regular season format. You're trying to give teams opportunities, but it's hard to balance both of these tournaments perfectly.
This ball taken by Butchermovic, squares up and knocks it down. Butchermovic, Wheeler's first point in a really long time. Been well over 12 minutes. DePerry. Risley, then to Howinski. And she will get to the line to shoot, too.
Because Stonington is every bit legitimate enough to play in the Division I tournament. The team we're going to see in our second game, Windham,
could probably
could
win
the Division I tournament, but not every year. But so and year in, year out, they're probably better off in this tournament. But this year, they'd be better served playing in the Division I tournament. Now they're going to go to Mohegan Sun. That's going to be great for them. But in terms of your spectators looking for the most competitive quarterfinals and semifinals, Stonington and Windham really should be in the Division I tournament.
Rebound that time by Cadmus. Dumped down on the block, little extra pass. Into the corner for Cadmus for 3, and she buries it from the corner.
Cadmus has shot the ball outstanding. That's something that she's added to her game, since we saw her really last year. And that is what they're going to need to win a championship, either in conference or at the state level.
Brown underneath, can't convert. A 50-50 ball taken by Butcher-Movic. Pass in the corner to Bresden. Bresden looking to make a move. Perkins, deep three off the mark. DePerry with the rebound. And here come the Bears. Risley settle things down here a little bit. Dump down to Howinski. Howinski gets her own mess. Second time, third time for two. Sophia Howinski. 3 for $1 that time on the offensive end.
Moses Malone
Oh,
had the
boy.
rebound stats.
Oh.
Stonington's defensive pressure hasn't subsided, but
No.
but Wheeler's getting a lot more shots off. They have been a lot more assertive and aggressive offensively. They must have heard you, sports
block
doctor.
shot on the outside. That's the one thing too is you talked about that is Mansfield checks back into the game for Stonington in an instant offense in the first half. 5 quick points. But they are challenging everything. They challenge every pass. They challenge every shot. Even the inbounds there, they challenge it. Bresden working against DePerry, and she is being harassed. Throws it up. DePerry just knows one speed and one speed only. Turns the corner. Drive and the kick to Cadmus. A little extra pass to Mansfield. Got to watch out for her. DePerry says, I'll take it. And drill it. DePerry from deep. 15 for DePerry.
Soft
Unofficially or officially? Officially. Says Mike tomorrow. Butcher-Movic. 2 post. Nice job by Howinski again with the help defense. And here come the Bears. Cadmus with the push. The dump down. Nice defense that time at the back end by Brown. Brown's played hard all game. She left the game in the first quarter with a little bit of an injury, came back in. She's got a good motor. Stonington foul on 12. Addison Cadmus, her second personal. Into the game for Wheeler, number 11. Lauren Glaza into the game. Lauren is a senior. Forward. President will bring it up. Just under 2 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Wheeler trails 45-6 in a one-sided ball game from the get-go. Butcher-Movic. Dump down, and Howinski over the top again. And Perkins is asking for the bounce pass there. Bounce pass, bounce pass. I'll shield the defender with my body. Let me get the ball on my left hip and turn and score. Nice inbounds that time to Bresden. Squares, can't knock it down. Howinski with the rebound. Good opportunity there for Wheeler. Comes up a little short, and here comes DePerry. Good eyes ahead to Cadmus. Can't finish. Mansfield on the backside. And all she does is score points. Callie Mansfield with 7 off the bench.
Stonington has 2 good-looking freshmen out
there.
there.
Oh, they do.
In Addison Cadmus, the younger sister of Caitlin, and Callie Mansfield. So they're going to be solid for a long time. They got a lot of height, got some shooting, play aggressive man-to-man defense.
Yep.
Coach Solar, 32nd year, and no end in sight with this roster.
Could you imagine 32 years in coaching? Could you imagine that? A little dump down. Cadmus should be fouled by Perkins, number 35. I mean, you were a head coach for, 8 years? Could you imagine 32 years as a head coach?
It's a long time.
Man, oh, man.
It's it's different now, so I would say at least half of those years is a much different world. And now after COVID, it's extremely different.
How so? Is it harder?
Well, I think
with rules and regulations or
I think
restrictions?
just when COVID happened, I think there was a lot more local teams that started to try and give kids opportunity to do something.
Yep.
And so there's more AU teams, there's more youth teams,
Sure.
and with that there's more people in players' ears, and we see that more in the boys level.
A leak out by Cadmus, taking it right to the rim against Butchermovic. The hoop and the harm. Why not? Says Caitlin Cadmus.
So there's, you see it a lot more at the boys level where, you got kids jumping around because somebody tells them this is what you should be doing. So it's hard as a coach to keep the attention of a player for 4 years and have them do the difficult things they need to do to get better. But, I think the culture that Coach Solar has built down there in Stonington.
Off the rebound, yeah, there you go. There's one of your freshmen right there, Addison Cadmus.
I mean, why wouldn't
cleaning
you
up her
want,
sister's miss from the line?
Why wouldn't you want to play for Coach Solar, Coach Kioka, and Coach Misto there? I mean, you want to play college basketball. There's no better place to be than getting advice from those three
coaches. I always
coaches.
thought about that with Courtney Gomez, too, and we'll see her this afternoon. I always thought, Courtney had all the goods to prep you to play at the next level. Post. In and out. Rebound by Cadmus.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not saying that's the best, but like
Mansfield again.
If you're there, why would you want to leave? If you're at Stonington, why would you want to leave? You got a great situation there.
Right, Mansfield's really coming in. It just lit it up.
She's been awesome.
She has 10, right? A couple
Awesome.
of threes.
Yeah, awesome looking shooter.
She has 11. I'm sorry, Mike. Couple of threes and just. Boy, no hesitation, Coach.
Yeah.
That's what you like to see in a freshman. Come into the game and let it rip.
But what you also like is all the mechanics on the jump shot are correct. See a lot of wonky mechanics.
At the buzzer, DePerry comes up short, 54-6. Stonington leads. Stick around for fourth quarter action coming up in a few minutes live on today.com.
Communities that are no longer covered by local newspapers become news deserts that lack journalists providing government oversight and access to quality information. The Day is committed to providing comprehensive news coverage in every town in southeastern Connecticut, but we've had to scale back coverage in some towns, including Ledyard and North Stonington, due to market forces affecting local news companies around the country. We need the continued support of the communities we serve to help fund additional staffing that enables us to provide the kind of coverage our readers expect in every town in the region. If you'd like to support the Day's News Desert Fund, please visit givebutter.com/theday.
All right, we're back at you here on Game Day live at today.com. Game 1 of 4. Coach and I will do the first 2 games, and then Casey and Coach will do the next 2 games. The band kind of splits up after that, but a little bit one-sided here, 54-6 between Stonington and Wheeler. Stonington right now in full control and looking to advance to Wednesday at the Mohegan Sun. And a very, very good year for Wheeler. 14-5 and ranked number 7 in the Class S. So they'll have a little bit of a layoff. They'll have a chance to look at things a little bit, make some adjustments before they get into state tournament play. Is this loss like this, Coach, good or bad for Wheeler? There's no such thing as a good loss, but, what does it mean coming into the state tournament?
I think this is one of those that you just totally flush it.
Yeah, flush it. Yep.
Some positives, though, from that quarter, Sports Doctor. They took 11 shots.
Yeah.
There's another one right away.
Brown to the rim, little hustle for it. Cadmus.
So they've already taken 12 shots this half. They had 7 in the entire first half. Yeah. So I think that's something you could take away from this game. Hey, look, we can't wait around all the time for the perfect shot to materialize. We have to, force the action sometimes. Right. Sometimes a bad shot could be good offense. Go in there, get an offensive rebound.
Yeah.
They can also, Coach Perkins can also say, this Stonington team is really good. Yeah. They probably should be in Division I. They very well could have been in the Division I semis.
Cora Babin, number 4 for Stonington, into the game, as well as number 24, Lonnie Delabaroni. Bresden. Nice job that time by Post, turning the corner. Good shot. Howinski with the rebound.
Most of the Stonington starters are out now, so that this will give Wheelers a little bit more breathing room on offense to get some shots up.
Delabaroni off to Babin to Mansfield. Wheeler packing it in the zone. Cora Babbins, another one of those good-looking freshmen. To Hawinski. Nice little dump down that time. The drive and the kick. Three-pointer off the mark. Hawinski still in there doing work. Leah Sophia Hawinski, only a sophomore, coach, huh?
Yeah, so
you talked about the cupboard not being bare.
And all that height.
Starter out there.
All that height, and they've been taught well. She catches it high, keeps it high, doesn't let it drop below her head. Straight back up.
Yeah, no sub now. Horns going off, the ball's inbounded. Blocked out of bounds that time by Babin.
There's only so much you can do as a coach at halftime when you're down by that much, but I'm really impressed with what Coach Perkins was able to do. She totally turned around the mindset. We're getting shots off.
Yep.
I don't care at what angle, or you're getting shots off, and that's the only way you can come back in basketball. You gotta get shots off.
Isley cleaned up by Cadmus. 58-6 now. Just under 6 minutes left to go here in game one. Resden looking to make a move. Gets to at least she'll get to the free throw line. Foul's going to be on number 14, I think.
Yeah, nice little
12. Check that 12.
Nice little
Cadmus.
direct handoff play. Entry to the high post. Came around for the handoff and straight to the rim.
You talked about Stonington maybe able to, this year's squad may be able to make some noise on the Division I level as well. When you're sitting there in Division II and sitting in a game like this, and we'll see Windham in the next game, which had a fantastic year, went 19-1. Just a very, very good year.
Yeah, well, they'll have their hands full in the final. So,
yeah.
they got their easy one here today, but they will not have that Wednesday at the Mohegan Sun.
Del Baroni brings it up to Babin. Babin back to Mansfield. And step in the passing lane that time by Eloise Post. Knocked the ball out of bounds. Back into the line comes Molly Perkins, freshman. She'll replace Zoe Brown.
Whichever team emerges from next semifinals will be ready for whatever Stonington has on Wednesday night at the Sun.
Babin to Mansfield. Wheeler packing it in the zone. 58-7. Deep three by Mansfield. Off the glass and in. And 14 for the freshman.
It's just
with the kiss, coach, off the glass.
Just afternoon, but the bank is still open, Sports Doctor.
Usually 9 to 12 on Saturdays.
She's been fabulous, though. The freshman.
People still go to the bank anymore?
Mansfield.
Do people still go to the bank with direct deposit, coach? You're waiting in line. Mike DeMauro is. He still goes to the bank. I mean, go to the bank. I mean, not go to the ATM, but go in and see the teller. And, hey, how you doing? Everything's electronically now, and direct deposit and all that stuff. Yep. I'm probably one of the very few guys that still carries cash on him. Perkins to Glazer. Glazer will go to the line, shoot two. Or Glazer, sorry.
Well, you're a big spender, though. You need to have that. You need to have that cash available. You can't. No hesitation.
It's not really king anymore. It used to be king.
A lot of impulse buys.
Yeah. Lauren Glaza, a senior, at the line, shooting two, number 11. First free throw rims in and out. Not too early to start thinking about our Roberto's Log Cabin Restaurant Player of the Game. A lot of choices for the Bears today. I mean,
absolutely.
Some of the kids off the bench played pretty well, too.
Absolutely.
1 out of 2 for Glaza. Baroni brings it up. I'll jump down to Cadmus, to Babin. Babin, back to Mansfield. Why not?
Wow.
No bank needed there, Coach. He is rattling him in. A little microwave out there, Eddie Johnson.
On fire. And the mechanics.
4 threes in the ball game, yeah. Deep three by Wheeler and good. Where you been? Aiden Bresnan says, I'll match that, 64-11. Have arms, we'll shoot. I'll dump down that time to Cadmus. Cadmus, two-man game, back out to Delaverone. Off short, and Butchamovic gets the rebound, looks to push. Got a man ahead. Bresnan all the way to the rim. Bresnan with 5-0 run herself. But Stonington right back at it, though. I like the way they come back on offense. Oh, I was ready to go home if she made that one, Coach. Fighting for it is Risley. Cadmus turn, face. Reverse to the shooter. Mansfield. Oh, my goodness gracious. 5 triples for number 5. And look at a grin on her face out on the floor. She is cooking, and she knows it.
And fuego.
Oh, my goodness. The basket's got to look, huge out there for her right now. Deep three by Butchamovic. There you go, Will. Shoot the basketball. That's all. Have arms, we'll shoot. Now we got a fun game. Bresnan thought it was good D. Official thought it was a bit of a mugging. The official's laughing at it.
The 4 freshmen in here for Stonington, man, can in an age when some schools are struggling to field rosters for sub-varsity teams.
Right.
4 freshmen looking good out there for the Bears. Cupboard is full.
A kick that time. Why not? Why not? 6 threes.
Even Coach Solar.
Allie Mansfield, how do you coach that one?
Even Coach Solar.
Oh, she's used the bank shot. She's used a friendly touch off the rim. She's used nothing but nylon. She's made a three-pointer in every sense of the. Jeez. Babin. 70-16 right now. It's been a fun fourth quarter, though, I can tell you that, because Wheeler's made a few shots as well. Babin. Mansfield. Why not? I'm going home, Coach. I'll see you later. That was only a 2. I was gonna get, boy. And she is, look at her smiling out there. That is one grin like a Cheshire cat out there, that's for sure. Don't apologize for that. Just keep toning it up.
Well, with the shot clock, you got to shoot it.
Yeah.
So.
Butchamovic, I want to shoot that. Back to Bresnan, and Bresnan fouled on the play. Well, we're just a few minutes away here from. Okay, great. Deciding who our player of the game is. Yeah, I would think so. We'll have it for your post game. Now you've talked about the freshmen, in Cadmus, and boy, Mansfield. She's freshman too, Coach.
Yeah. Great looking shot.
Butchamovic up and under, off the mark. Rebound taken by Risley. Little push. Nice job. Nice dump down to Cadmus. And Cadmus will be fouled. If I was Callie Mansfield, I would just look to shoot it every time I put my hands on it.
Yes.
So it stopped going in.
Yeah.
72-16 in a game that's been very one-sided, but an entertaining fourth quarter to say the least. Morgan Perkins back in from Molly. And Wheeler will have some time to think about things. They go into the state tournament. They're ranked 7 in Class S. Very successful season, 14-5. 15-5 would be 15-6, counting the ECC tournament. And a program last year that saw them with 7 kids. Turnaround this year, 16 kids, an incredible season, and it's not over yet.
No, still a lot to play for. And
Right.
like I said, you just flushed this one. A very, very good team that you lost to, and you're not going to face a team with this kind of size in the Class S tournament. I'd be very surprised if they did.
Butchermovic looking to make a move. The kick. Knockdown shot that time.
And you could see that Wheeler could score when they're able to play at their speed.
Yeah.
But that's pressure defense that the Bears were forcing shots and not allowing them to take
knocking
shots.
him down. Lonnie from deep, number 24. LeBron's had a great game, 2 off the bench. Perkins. Post will be called. Oh, going over the walk there. It's a 15 personal, so Post will find himself at the line. Eloise Post played most of the game today. She is just a freshman, too. 76-18. (76-19). 16 seconds away from Stonington punching their trip to the Mohegan Sun. Free throw is good, so 76-20. It looks like Stonington will just kind of eat it. Unless you get the ball to Mansfield, she'll probably look to shoot it up. All right, that will do it for Game 1 of ECC Semifinals Saturday Division II. Stonington Bears punch their ticket to the Mohegan Sun, 76-20. And a pretty one-sided game from the get-go here at Fitch High School. Why don't we take a quick break, and we'll come back with the post-game interviews with the team, the coaches, and our player of the game. Stick around here on theday.com.
Tonight's player of the game is brought to you by Roberto's Log Cabin Restaurant. Nestled in the woods of Lebanon, Connecticut, Roberto's Log Cabin is the cozy rustic home of comfort food. Family owned and operated, The Cabin, as it's fondly known, offers a diverse menu of hearty fare from burgers to the best ribs in the state. So come check out the Hallway of History and the newly renovated tavern, sample the diverse menu, get your craft beers and cocktails, all while watching your favorite sports on one of their 10 TVs. Stop in, see Rob and the crew, and tell them Game Day sent you. Player of the game by Roberto's Log Cabin Restaurant.
Okay, we're back here at Fitch. We just saw Stonington knock off Wheeler 76-20 to advance to Wednesday's final at the Mohegan Sun against the winner of our next game, Windham and St. Bernard's. We're going to throw it now to the sports doctor with our player of the game and our winning coaching staff from the Stonington Bears. Sports doctor, take it away.
Now, it was a one-sided game, so how do you stay focused throughout the whole 4 quarters?
Kind of just focus right on my player and don't really think about like the others too much, because if I just lock down my player and just contain her, then that's really just what my job is. So
Now, is a trip to the Mohegan Sun something you guys thought about in the beginning of the year and putting yourself in a position to win a Division II championship?
Oh yes, definitely. That's definitely one of our goals as a whole unit to get to and to accomplish. So yes.
All right. Great job tonight. Well, Coach, you're headed to the Mohegan Sun. You guys got off to a really quick start, 14-4, right off the bus, and it seemed to carry throughout the entire game.
Yeah, well, we talked a little bit. Sometimes we have a slow start, and we said, well, this is tournament time. This is ECC. We can't afford to dig yourselves in a hole, so we have to come right out at the gate. And I think they did that. And she's definitely deserving. She's she's been playing the tough defense on usually the best player on the team, and she's a real asset to our program. I mean, that's a picture of defense.
Now, Coach, you guys shared the ball a lot on the offensive end, moved the ball very well, got some good offensive looks, knocked down a lot of three-pointers, and it wasn't just one player. You've got a freshman coming off the bench that was lights out. We're all grinning over there watching the game, but talk about some of the unselfish play of your team today.
Well, that's what we try to do as coaches, to move the ball, and have them, find their niche or find what they're best at, and we try to put them in those spots. But it was really exciting today because of all the threes. I was very pleased about that, especially my freshman. I think she had 22 or 23 points, so that was a nice surprise. But you got to give credit to Wheeler. They dug down. They were working hard. They worked from the beginning right to the end. So I wish them well and that they have a good run in the S Division.
You told me before the game you were a little nervous. You're always nervous. But how does it feel to get to Mohegan, to get a chance to put this team in a position to play for a title?
Well, the beginning of the year we had a shaky start, and we had like 4 losses, and I didn't know where we were going. But we have some great leaders. I have a great team. And that was one of our goals that could have just, left us, but we kept it together, and we've been on a roll, and we're happy to be where we are. But it's all due to my assistant coaches, and the players have great attitudes. They don't shut down.
Right. 4 tickets to be punched today to the Mohegan Sun. Guys, Stonington Bears just punched the first ticket. Coach?
All right, Sports Doctor, that's all for Game 1. We have another semifinal in our Division II girls tournament coming up shortly. Please stick around. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
The following is a presentation of The Day.
You are looking live at Fitch High School, home of the ECC Girls Basketball Tournament semifinal style. And today's second game matchup will feature the Windham Whippets versus the St. Bernard Saints. Game day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health, located in Waterford, where your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, a cosmetic boost, or an advanced treatment, our experienced team has you covered. Enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today. Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Visit us online or call now to book all smiles here at Fitch High School. The first ticket to the Division II finals has been punched by the Stonington Bears. They await the winner of the St. Bernard Saints versus the juggernaut of the ECC Division I or Division II, in my opinion, Coach, the Windham Whippets.
Yeah, a little David versus Goliath feel here for this game 2 of our semifinal Super Saturday in the Division II tournament. Windham has been one of the best teams in the state all year long. They're the #1 ranked team in ECC Division II tournament. They're the #1 ranked team in the Class M Girls State Tournament. They have one loss, a 5-point loss to New London. 2 1,000-point scores, the player of the year, the coach of the year. Oh, what are you going to do, St. Bernard?
And 4 sophomores that are kind of fly under the radar. As a freshman last year, Zoe Robbins won the MVP at the Mohegan Sun. You know, we forget about that. So this is certainly David versus Goliath, a team that is stacked, poised, ready to pounce, and a team with the Saints who are just, had a great year and trying to figure things out a little bit. The opening tip is sponsored by Kuchar Financial. When you want more than just tips, when you want sound financial planning, go see Lee Kuchar at Kuchar Financial in New London. Lee can help you with financial planning and investment, tax preparation and planning for your business and personal needs. Feel better about your financial decisions, go to Kuchar Financial. I mean, we all could use a little help, but that's tax time too. So before we pay the man, pay yourself. First person you pay is pay yourself. So again, St. Bernard's comes into this game, Coach. They are 13-8 with a win the other night in the ECC tournament, and just a really, really tough task. When you talk to Coach Mike Nystrom, one of the real good guys in the business, prides the defense in his teams. He says we get a little loose with the basketball, which could be a problem tonight against this Windham team.
That will be a big problem, as this Windham team will whip it up and down the floor, and they can score with relative ease. St. Bernard's going to have to find a way to slow it down and limit the Whippets to 1 shot per possession.
Getting ready to tip things off. Game 2 here this afternoon. Robbins goes right to work. He is one of the good sophomores this year for Windham. Harris on the take, ball out of bounds, missed shot. St. Bernard's will come up with their possession. Coach yelling out 100, Coach. You know what that is. Full court man. A little home run hitter here. Ball intended. And a lay-in that time. Morgan Kuhn. Morgan Kuhn on cue.
Long pass.
Yeah, Robbins looks to pull up. Gives it up to Rivera. Rivera 58 points away from 1,000 in her career. Rivera. J-Lee's Rivera. 58 points away from 1,000. Jenkins will inbound. She scored her 1,000 point this year, and she wants not 1 but 2 trips to the Mohegan Sun. How do I know that? She told me, Coach. Jenkins to Robbins. Robbins, head down and go. No hoop but the harm that time. Jamboli with the foul. Two shots for Zoe Robbins. She is a sophomore. Again, as I mentioned, she was the MVP of the Division II tournament last year at the Mohegan Sun. First free throw is good. And a lot of trust there from the coach, handing over the reins to a sophomore, let her run the show. And this team is 19-1, and they are very good from top to bottom. Little miss, little scoop on a rebound by Harris. Stays with Windham. Robbins will inbound. Out deep to Green. Jenkins looking to make a move, try to free up some space. Harris, nice pass. Little give and go that time to Jenkins. Little two-man basketball at its very best. And a little turnover by the Saints. Gemma Tanucci stepped in bounds, turned the ball over. So Jenkins will inbound. Robbins turns her head, goes right to the rim, blocked, and a lay-in by Green. So Green, another one of those sophomores that Coach Manuel talked about. And here comes the pressure by Windham. Right into that full court, Coach, 100 man-to-man pressure.
Inbounder for the Saints, Morgan Scribner, plays catcher in softball. You see those one-handed passes he's throwing.
Scribner out of bounds.
2 turnovers quickly here for the
Jamboli.
Saints.
A reset, 3-man crew. Robbins will inbound. To Jenkins. Jenkins to Rivera. Back to Robbins. Deep 3. Off the mark. And a rebound that time again by Kuhn. Tanucci will try and set things up. Scribner with Jenkins on her. Nice defense that time by Harris, poking the ball away. Scribner, deep 3, way short. And the ball was tipped by Windham, so we'll stay right here. 5-2, game just underway between St. Bernard's and Windham. The winner will face Stonington Wednesday at the Mohegan Sun. Madison Scribner, like I said, she's a catcher in softball. She will inbound the basketball. And throws it away, and right away you can tell the pressure from Windham bothering the Saints a little bit.
Yeah, man-to-man, tight, aggressive.
Much like we saw in the first game with Stonington, challenge everything. Jenkins to Robbins. Robbins looked to make a move. Rivera. Head down and go. Robbins taking her time. Jenkins likes the shot from there. Off the mark a little bit. Kuhn with the rebound. Here comes Scribner. And Jenkins harassing her, and Jenkins will pick up the cheapie right there. That's about 55 feet from the basket. A little too overzealous with the reach that time, and she got called for the foul. That's one thing to drive a coach nuts. Kind of reaching in there, kind of picking up a cheapie, 45 feet from the basket, not really involved in the play. Oh, that could be Hernandez.
No backcourt.
Yeah, Allie corrals it, on the inbounds. Allie Hernandez, she has got Robbins all over her. Robbins harassing. Hernandez beats the pressure. And the Saints look to settle. 17 on the shot clock. Tanucci turns the corner, looks to make a move. Scribner, shot clock down to 3. Gotta have a shot. Tanucci nails it. Tanucci, 5-4. With a helter-skelter offensive set by the Saints, but it worked. Deep 3 that time by Jenkins. No hesitation, and right into the pressure come the Whippets. What a smooth stroke by the senior.
Little full court pressure here now from Windham.
Nice pass down low in the block. Good look that time by Kuhn. She could not convert. Out of the pack comes Robbins. Windham looking to move. Robbins pulls up, settles things down. Jenkins calling for the ball. Why not? Drive, kick, 3. Little short. Rebound that time by Rivera. Harris on the miss. Asia Harris down low.
You see St. Bernard very deliberate. Last time they took their shot with under 5 on the shot clock, whereas Windham's taking it within the first 10 seconds of the shot clock.
This little pass down low to Kuhn. Can't convert. Check. And out the back comes Rivera. Looks ahead for Jenkins. Head down, will get to the line and shoot two. And that's the one thing you like about a scorer. She showed you the triple, they showed you the knockdown, but she's not afraid to mix it up, get to the paint, and take it to the rim, too.
And that's why she's the player of the year in the ECC. And Windham coach Robert Manguel got the coach of the year nod this season. Terrific season. They actually picked up their 20th win, Sports Doctor, with that quarterfinal win the other night. So 20 wins already before they even reach the finals of the conference tournament. Tremendous season from the Whippets.
Manguel into the game for Green for Windham. And like I said, I like that scorer's mentality. Not afraid to shoot the ball from the outside. Not afraid to take it in and mix it up. I score the basketball. That's what I do. Home run hitter. Deep pass. No foul. And a shot by Hume comes up a little bit short. She gets her own miss. And that ball's off by Jenkins. Manguel was harassing Kuhn down there with no foul.
Tremendous poise from Kuhn. She got fouled hard and was able to maintain possession. That's great poise. It's tough that she didn't get the call, but she didn't fold, and Saints still have possession.
Tanucci with Rivera on her, guarding her very closely. Picking up your ball there in no man's land. Harassing defense by Windham. Jenkins hitting the floor. And over in the back called there by the officials, so another turnover, 10-4. Windham looking to increase the lead.
The Saints with 4 turnovers, struggling with that Windham pressure.
Robbins will set things up. A little man-to-man defense here by the Saints. Jenkins off the screen. A little dump down, bad pass. Taken by Kuhn.
Saints using a little triangle and 2, Sports Doctor, on the 2 Windham stars.
Tanucci has it poked away by Harris. And St. Bernard's will reset. (13-8). St. Bernard's comes into this game, priding themselves on good defense and tough play. Scribner. Pass gets away. Taken by Robbins. Robbins with a head of steam. And she is fouled at the rim. Let's check and see who this foul on. It is number 3. It's going to be a Madison Scribner. So Zoe Robbins with a trip to the free throw line. Coach, a team like Windham and a coach like Robert Manguel, you've got a good team, and you've navigated yourself through this season, and you're 19-1, and you've got all these dreams and aspirations. And when you're in the ECC tournament, is it too easy not to think ahead to the state tournament, or as a coach you got to stay right here?
I think with the fact that you get to go to the Mohegan Sun in the final, it's made this tournament something that you got to put your focus on. You want to put your focus on. At least that's how I always felt. I felt it was a big deal. I think Windham feels that way as well. Obviously, the Saints would be trying to make their first appearance there.
Tanucci down low to Kuhn. Couldn't get it to convert. Manguel with the rebound to Robbins. Robbins to Rivera. Rivera looks to turn the corner. Good defense that time by Scribner. Move the ball. Manguel from 3. A little short. Rebound gathered by the Saints, and here comes Madison Scribner looking ahead to Tanucci. Deep 3 that time by Scribner. Jenkins on the push. Ball should stay here. I think Tanucci was looking for a sub. And she comes out, and checking into the game is Caitlin Scribner for the Saints. Scribner is a senior guard. And Tanucci had a problem with her glasses.
The goggles.
Yeah, the goggles, yeah. Windham patient on offense. Deep three that time by Jenkins, a little short. Goes in to get her own miss. Taken by Rivera. Jenkins again have arms. Will shoot, will make. Jenkins for 2. And a turnover the other way comes Harris. Harris at the rim. Fouled and not liking the call one bit is Jambolai. Zanfina said all ball. All ball.
I love it.
He's telling the official it's all ball. We love that stuff.
I love it. You got to be careful, though.
No,
all right.
Listen. She's still chirping at him. I love it.
Say it once. And
yeah, at the line, too, is Harris. And the ball don't lie, Coach. There you go. That's what she's saying right now. Zanfina, she is a junior forward for Coach Mike Nystrom. I think Mike's been coaching a long time, too, isn't it? And she misses them both, and a violation on the Saints. So one more. 3 for $1 again. 14-4 was our exact score of the other game we had at one point.
Saints seem to be handling the pressure.
Right.
Really, the offensive rebounds have killed them early here.
Yes.
And missed shots.
Yep. Missed all 3. Little scrum for the rebound, a little tie up, and it'll be Saints ball.
Ball really didn't lie.
Well, that's how you really know it's a bad call. When the player calls it's all ball, then the shooter gets 3 free throws on the lane violation and misses all 3. So maybe she goes by the ref, so I told you so. Think that would fly?
Extended 1-2-1 here. Trying to create a turnover with the substitute in for the Saints.
Nice kick out pass. Extra look in the corner of Kuhn. A little off the mark. Check that Jambolai. Rebound by Kuhn. Scribner. And the ball is off of Harris. A little sloppy play. 28 to shoot for the Saints. Allie Hernandez locked up against Zoe Robbins. Switched out by Manguel. Scribner looking to make a move against Jenkins. Head down, drive, kick. Shot no good. Rebound by Robbins, 2-on-1. She'll take it all herself and miss. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Kuhn. So some good looks here by Windham. A lot of layups, a lot of chances, a couple of breakaways not converting. Or else this game would be 20-4, 18-4.
Yeah,
officials are talking about it.
The Saints have to be careful on a missed shot. They have to make sure that transition defense is back, because Windham turns from defense to offense very quickly.
Yeah. Officials are talking about it. I'm going to give it to the Saints. So, talked about it. I'm so used to watching a basketball game now where the officials get together and go like this. They give you that review sign or a replay sign. But they talked it over, and it's going to be Saints basketball.
Full court man now for the Whippets. Mixed in that 1-2-1-1.
Heavy ball pressure, home run ball coming. Ball goes into Kiara Davila.
They're going to call that she stepped on the
out of bounds.
sideline.
Coaching staff, Mike Nystrom wants a foul.
Yeah, because
I don't blame him. It was a little hip check over there.
They felt that the hip check came after she stepped on the sideline.
That looks worth 1,000 words right there. Yeah. Robbins to the rim for 2. Boy, she can cut through a defense, and she knows how to finish at the rim. Zoe Robbins extending the lead to 16-4. Kiara Davila gives it up to Scribner. Madison Scribner up the court. That's a foul. You got to call that. It's right in front of us. That's on Manguel. Coach not happy with that. Got to move your feet to play defense. Haley Christian into the game. Number 1. Don't get beat long. Coach just yelled it out, and the ball was thrown just ahead of Scribner. And the Saints turn it over. The Saints had the play they wanted there on the inbounds. Coach yelled 3 times from Windham. Don't get beat long. Scribner leaked out, and it was there. 5 out. 20 seconds to go. Shot clock off. 16-4. Windham looking for the last possession and the last shot of the first quarter. Rivera gets the high ball screen from Jenkins. The kick. Back to Jenkins. Top of the circle. Robbins. Diddlin, mugged. Hernandez called for the foul. Maybe that was a good foul. Non-shooting foul. 1.4 seconds left. They call a shot?
Bonus.
Oh, they're in
bonus.
the bonus. Okay, check that. Yep.
Yeah,
Two shots,
that's not a good foul.
Not a good foul. 2 shots for Robbins. Wow, so it's 4 straight free throws Windham has missed. Second free throw. 5 straight free throws. Rebound by the Saints, and that'll do it. Windham jumps out to an early 16-4 lead. Stick around for second quarter action live on GameDay.com.
Here at Game Day, we're proud to bring you unrivaled video coverage of local high school sports. All of it free for you to watch. These videos are not free for us to produce them. If you'd like to ensure that we can keep covering your school and your teams, there's a few ways that you can support us. Hit up our merch store and pick up some Game Day gear in your school colors. Our camera operators are always looking for those shirts and hoodies in the crowd, and you may see yourself on our next live stream. We get a lot of support from businesses in our community, and if you'd like to join them as a sponsor, send us a message and we can connect you with our advertising staff. Finally, The Day is the organization behind everything we do here at Game Day. If you want to support The Day's community journalism, consider a print or digital subscription at theday.com/subscribe.
Well, Mike Nystrom talking things over with his team, down 16-4. The Saints up against the 20-1 Windham Whippets coach, and Mike Nystrom talking about the things that he talked to me about beforehand. Take care of the basketball. Don't turn it over. Let's not hurt ourselves, and see if we can do some work on the offensive end.
Yeah, and 16-4, it doesn't appear as though it's competitive, but the Saints have a good game plan. The way that the whistle is going right now, they're letting a lot of contact go, and that does not favor the Saints in their style of play. But they've been able to get 10 shots off, only have made 2. Windham 4 of 12, but has also gone to the free throw line 4 times. The Saints have not attempted a free throw yet.
All right, ball comes in. Robbins will look things over to Jenkins. Robbins coming off a double high screen. Looks to dump down low. Nice catch and shoot that time by Rivera. A little short. Yoon with the rebound. Ripped away that time by Harris. And we'll stay here. Windham basketball.
That's always been one of the things that drove me crazy, is that you're allowed to send 2 bodies at the defensive rebounder, and there's no call.
Right.
And then you lose the ball, and then you call it on the person who just got it ripped
just got
from
mugged,
them.
Yeah.
And they tell you can't swing your elbows anymore.
Nice little give and go that time, and Harris could not convert. Yoon with the rebound.
So that's 2 fouls right there. Just smacked her twice.
Yeah. Letting him play. Scribner gives it up to Scribner. Scribner to Scribner. Tanucci looks to make a move against Rivera. Stolen away that time by Harris. Coast to coast for the most. Asia Harris.
And this pace and this style, you wonder how long the Saints can stay poised.
Yep.
Every possession they have to be laser focused.
Seems like they grind on every possession. Like every possession's a grind. To get an open look is a task, and
100%.
And then on the other end, it's effortless get to the rim, and when you're grinding that out like that on the offensive end, it takes away from the defensive end as well.
Absolutely, and just the Whippet defense, it just keeps coming at you in waves. It doesn't slow down.
Kiara Davila will inbounds. Scribner, Madison Scribner. It's the high ball screen, turns the corner, going to the rim. The hoop and the harm. Nice job that time by Madison Scribner. And that's what I like to see. Turn the corner, head down, go, commit, get to the rim, and get to the three-point line to get yourself cooking a little bit. Yeah, love that three-point play, the old school style. Uh-oh, what happened here? They called a violation on the shooter. Lane violation called against St. Bernard's. My goodness. All right, so 18-6, no three-point play. And here comes Robbins and the Whippets. Robbins, it's a high ball screen, turns the corner, dumps it off underneath the Harris, who can't convert, jump ball. Harris is like, I got fouled.
Yeah, that might have been a makeup call.
She had both arms.
That might have been a makeup call.
Yeah.
That violation was a little bit suspicious.
Harris was pressure here, a little 1-2-2, coach. Beat the pressure to Tanucci with the pass, down low to Yoon. Finishes at the rim.
The St. Bernard press break has been impressive when Windham's overcommit.
St. Bernard's cut it to 10. Green, deep three, splash. Elia Green from downtown. And a turnover. The lay-in to Jenkins for 2. 5-0 run, just like that. The lead was 10, now it's 15. With a helter-skelter, and the defense screws up again. By St. Bernard's, that's a foul. A foul on Scribner. St. Bernard's does not like that style and that pace of play again. They don't like to give in the mud like that.
Well, I wouldn't say that that's a game in the mud. I would say this is a game on the racetrack.
Yeah, racetrack. There you go.
And, so I don't know many teams that do like this. I mean, you need to have ball handlers. You need to have, players that can handle at multiple positions to be able to break this press. I thought, for the most part, the Saints have done a pretty good job breaking the pressure, but it just keeps coming in waves and waves, and sometimes contact's being let go, and sometimes it's not. So it's tough. It's definitely tough.
This game was 18-8 with a chance at the free throw line to cut it to, a single-digit lead. The lane violation was called, then a quick 5-0 run by Windham pushed the lead to 23-8. And yeah, you're right. It's a game on the rails. It's a racetrack game, and that certainly favors the Whippets for sure. And they've got multiple players on the floor that can play that style, and that's what Coach Manguel loves about this team. A lot of interchangeable parts.
Yeah, and a team that's every bit as good as advertised as the #1 seed in the Class M state tournament. So they have some business to take care of here in the ECC, and then they'll set their sights on Class M.
Manguel, two-man game with Robbins. Manguel, deep three. Off the mark, Scribner with the rebound. Madison Scribner looks to push. She's got Kuhn on a wing. Gives her up and looks to reset. Beats her guy, Manguel, and she will get fouled. She's got a bit of a speed advantage over Manguel, and she knows it.
Her teammates pointed out where the free throw line was, because last time
she went up to the yellow line. Is that what she did?
She was called for stepping on it.
All right. Could be confusing up there with the volleyball line, right?
Absolutely.
These gyms are now multi-purpose. There's lines everywhere. There's a badminton line. There's a volleyball line. There's basketball lines. 1 out of 2 for Madison Scribner. And the lead is 14. Deep three that time. In and out that time by Rivera. Scribner gets the rebound. And the Saints look to chip into this lead. Good defense that time by Robbins. Look at her all over the ball. That was a carry or something.
Double dribble. Double dribble called.
Yep. I thought there was a foul on the outside by Robbins got away with one.
9 turnovers for the Saints.
That's a lot. Manguel thought about it, gives it up. Rivera turns the corner. A little dump down that time to Harris, ball out of bounds. Some nifty passing and some tight quarters down there for Windham. And, you know, Coach, the most forgotten shot is that tough 6-foot jump shot. Sometimes just as easy to rise up and try and knock that down rather than get the layup. There's a deep 3 that time by Rivera. Jay Lee's Rivera from Groton Long Point. Kuhn breaks the pressure, gives it up. Tanucci from the free throw line off the mark. Hustle on the outside for it. Ball out of bounds off of Scribner. Will be Wyndham's ball. So you're seeing a lot of different players get in the mix right now for Windham. It's just not the Jenkins show. You know, you've got Rivera adding, you got Robbins adding, you got Harris adding. Green's got a 3. It's just a complete team effort right now. Jenkins from deep. Splash! Nothing but net that time from Anaya Jenkins.
14 for her.
It leads 20. It was just 10. And a quick, almost a turnover. They call a foul. Wow. Foul that time on Jenkins. That was just a shoot the flash that time coming in. Jenkins will sit. This game was 18-8. So an 11-1 run. A little tie up. The ball will stay here with the Saints. 11-1 run is push this lead from 10 to 20, just like that. Robbins will inbound for Rivera. Diddlin kicks. Deep 3 that time off the mark by Manguel. Robbins corrals the rebound. Heavy traffic. The dish, the hoop, the harm that time by Green. Then again, I was just kind of saying that tough pass underneath. Maybe you rise up and hit that little 6-foot shot, but take that, sports doctor. Little bounce pass, little textbook look, and 2. Jada Green. She's another one of those sophomores that Coach Manguel talked about him. And they've got 4 really good young players. Rivera, Robbins, Manguel. Green again. Off the mark. Manguel up high for the rebound. Taken that time by Davila. Look for Tanucci. Turn the ball over. Sloppy play, and here comes Robbins with a head of steam. Manguel. Manguel says, I'll shoot it. Front rims it. Hustle play that time by Harris again. You know, Asia Harris has been on the backside a lot of these offensive rebounds, manufacturing second and third chance scoring opportunities for Windham.
Yeah, that's starting to wear the Saints down now as they are able to get some misses from Windham, but cannot secure the defensive rebounds.
I haven't seen a one and done in about 5 or 6 strips for, Windham. Offensive rebounds, the turnovers, they lead to second and third chance scoring opportunities. And when you're a team like St. Bernard trying to play catch up, it's a recipe for disaster. Asia Harris at the line. She is one of those sophomores, 4 really good young players for Coach Robert Manguel. Manguel with the offensive rebound again.
Back to the line,
yep.
Sports Doctor.
Yeah, Amaya.
That's tough. Free throw box out. You have the advantage as the defensive team. It's tough to give up that offensive rebound there.
The size a little bit too of the front court for Windham with Jada Green and Amaya Manguel. They are a handful down on the block, and they're a handful on both sides of the glass. We're called another lane violation.
Yeah, the way that this free throw line is, it's actually like a triple line.
Right.
So the red line in the middle is what the players are thinking that the line is, but it's actually where the black paint ends.
Okay.
So if you touch the red, it's a violation.
Okay.
It's just a confusing line. You can't touch the red. And I think the players think that the red is the line, and they could put their foot on the red. Like
no, I understand.
There's usually a nail there. And you,
you
put your toe in front of the nail.
Right.
That's like the center of the construction.
Guys, earlier this season I was talking to another ECC coach who does not like playing here specifically because of the way the floor is lined. Talked about the red on red at the baseline there as well.
Yeah, it makes sense. Very confusing. Even for a genius like coaching guru like Chris Juicy. Foul that time, going to be on number 22. Jada Green. So 18-8. It's got a little 15-1 run going on right now by Windham. They lead 33-9.
Still okay. That's
It's not backcourt, no. Manguel. Too much dribbling, give it up. Scribner will settle things down. Manguel with some good on-ball D. Very good side to side. Tremendous athlete. A 5-second call, got to be careful. Uh-oh, and there comes Harris. Coast to coast. Mike Nystrom thinking about a timeout, and he's going to get it. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Yeah, they
17-1. They opened the game right up.
Yeah, they just come at you with so much intensity and speed, and that time they took away all the options. Scribner picked up her dribble, was in no man's land, didn't have any options, kind of just threw it up, and it was a pick six.
Well, that's a problem. I mean, whenever you're unsure of yourself, or you're not making crisp passes, if you, Casey's not here, you're not gonna laugh at me. You throw the lollipop passes. When you start getting a little too loose with the basketball, when you've got a fast team, when you've got a team that feasts off the turnover, you got a team that manufactures offense off the defense, it's a recipe for disaster. And right now you see it a little bit. And these guards for Windham are good, man. And they're after every loose ball.
Well, talking about the lines on the court, Sports Doctor, against a team that pressures you in the half court,
right?
You do not want to pick up your dribble outside of the ball lines and above, like, the service line.
Right.
The boxes there. So, like, the upper third of the half court and on the sidelines, that's danger zone when you pick up your dribble up there. And that's what happened to the Saints that time.
Yeah. There you go. Well, there's a lot of different colors out there, too. There's red, yellow, and there's green.
It is.
Very confusing.
Keep the ball in the middle of the court as much as possible.
Benucci will look. Looking to make a move on Rivera. Nice hands that time by Rivera. She's everywhere. Rivera, the scoop. The layup. Missed that time by Rivera. Scribner. Robbins. Harassing Scribner. Boy, they're letting these kids play a little bit too, aren't they?
They absolutely are. And, that's not the recipe that St. Bernard needed, or the whistle that St. Bernard needed to be able to stay in this game. They were already up against it with, perhaps, definitely one of the top 10 teams in the state. Wyndham's number 9 in the recent state poll.
Tanucci with Rivera guarding. A shot clock violation by the Saints with 1:15 left to go here before half. This game has opened up in the last 5.5 minutes.
After handling the pressure reasonably well in the first quarter, the Saints have 8 turnovers here in the second quarter.
Robbins will settle things down. Rivera to her right. Manguel to her left. There goes Rivera. Looking to make a move. Stand up. Shot. Missed. Robbins saves it. Harris. Kick out. Rivera. 11 on the shot clock. And they'll stay here with 9 to shoot. Robbins will be the inbounder. Manguel. Back to Robbins. Manguel from the wing. Off the mark. Nice rebound by Christian. And a putback. Haley Christian. Right in off the bench for Lewiston offense. 37-9. 28-point lead by Windham, and very quickly here in the second quarter. Tanucci.
So much talent at every position, but really, forget the talent. It's the effort plays, the crashing and the getting the extra chances off the offensive rebounds that's really created separation this quarter.
A nice move and a nice up and under that time by Jambolai for 2. A delay of game warning on the Saints. 37-11 last shot situation here for Windham. Rivera brings it up, had a steam. 5 to shoot. Christian off the mark. And that will do it. In the second quarter, where you saw Windham really dominate and pull away, they head into the locker room. They lead 37-11 in Game 2 of our ECC Semifinals Saturday. Stick around. We'll be back in a few for the second half here on Game Day live on theday.com.
It's time for the 2025 Best of the Best Reader's Choice Awards contest, brought to you by The Day. This is your chance to let us know who your favorite people, places, and businesses are throughout southeastern Connecticut. And now, we're including a game day category where you can nominate high school athletes, coaches, and plays of the season. Submit your nominations daily in each category, now through February 23rd. The more you nominate, the greater the chance your favorites have to make it to the voting round. View full contest details and nominate now at theday.com/bestof. Remember, nominations close February 23rd, so don't wait. It's the day's best of the best. It's time for the Athletes of the Future, Grade 8 Plays of the Week. Let's start with Griswold basketball. Aiden Cutter gets the loose ball on the floor, pass from his back to Braden Widener, ahead to Caden Kozlowskis, back to Widener for the basket. At number 7, easy basket for the Whalers? No, Kaylin Delaney with the big block. At number 6, Alex Starts. Waterford swimming in the 100 butterfly versus Fitch. He gets to the wall second after 75 meters, but what a final 25 meters for Starts all the way back for the victory. At number 5, Blake Adlowski and Brady Erickson. How do you beat a 2-3 zone? Look at the lob. Finish it up, big man. Erickson throwing it down. At number 4, Aaron Guilfoy, Ellis Tech basketball. The long buzzer beater, got it. 62-61 over Lyman Memorial. Celebrate the game winner. At number 3, Gavin Jonash. Killingly wrestling, he's a freshman, but in OT, he comes up big and wins the ECC 106-pound final. At number 2, Stonington Sprint Medley Relay. Max De La Rosa, Chase Spurley, Hagen Drake, and Landon Pelletier win the Class S Sprint Medley. De La Rosa and Drake skipped their individual events to compete in 3 relays because they said, well, I'd rather go all-state with my friends than all-state by myself, and they bring home the crown. But at number 1, a little love for the big guy, Chris Aney, NFA track on his second throw of the finals, and he knows it. as he crushes the all-time state record set in 2022. He throws it 65 feet 7 inches, and that is your Athletes of the Future Grade 8 Plays of the Week. Chris, Amy, go down to Athletes of the Future. Get a free week of training. Wow, what a throw.
On the first day of game day, the people just might see a wide open corner 3. On the second day of game day, the people just might see
2 legs of scooping.
On the third day of game day, the people just might see
3 players passing.
On the fourth day of game day, the people just might see more Falcons flying. On the fifth day of game day, the people just might see
5 golden rings.
On the sixth day of game day, the people just might see
6 swimmers swimming.
On the seventh day of game day, the people just might see
7-second pin.
On the eighth day of game day, the people just might see
8 Plays of Greatness.
On the ninth day of game day, the people just might see
9 bears are running.
On the 10th day of game day, the people just might see
10 teammates working.
On the 11th day of game day, the people just might see 11 Lancers leaping. On the 12th day of game day, the people just might see 12 tumblers running, 11 Lancers leaping, 10 teammates working, 9 bears are running, 8 plays of greatness, 7 second pins, 6 swimmers swimming, 5 gold rings, 4 falcons flying, 3 players passing, 2 legs a scooping, and a wide open corner. 3
Got it.
We don't have a lot of vocal guys on this team, and he's the one kid that's very vocal. And, you know, we wouldn't be where we are right now without him.
Yeah, so ever since I've been a kid, I love to smile. It's a good thing. People downgrade it, but being happy is the best thing on the basketball court. Showing your emotions is everything, and I feel like that's an aspect I brought to the team. Amir's always so straight-faced, Amari and Kurt, and I bring more of a fun appearance to the game.
Energy. I mean, he has it every single day in practice, in the games. He plays his tail off. You know, he's the guy that guards the other team's best player, no matter who it is. You know, it could be a big guy, it could be a guard. He's just so versatile, and he means everything to this team.
I'll do whatever the team needs to win. If I got to score, then that's what needs to happen. If I need to take the charge, that's what I'll do. If coach wants me to just run up and down and grab rebounds, that's what I'll do. I'm a player that wants to win.
I mean, he's one way, man. He goes hard, and he competes. And, like, the biggest thing with him is he wants to win. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a state title. So that, I could see that that's pushing him in the right direction. And he wants it bad. And he deserves it, honestly. You know what I mean? Because he does put the time in, he does put the work in. And he's just a great teammate, too. Him being on our team has done wonders for our whole group. And you could see when he's energetic how our group is. It changes our whole team.
It's crazy because my whole life I've played with either my cousin or my brother. But coming to St. B's, it's still a family. Like, I look up to all my guys, and all my guys look up to me. So it's still the same role. It feels like I got my brothers with me. Amir, Amari, Kurt, Darren, Brev, all these guys. I love these guys, and I wouldn't rather be no other place.
And an offensive foul as Mangual stood his ground.
You know, he's a vocal kid. He's a loud kid.
All right, second half possession is brought to you by Kuchar Financial, located in London. Kuchar Financial will help you keep possession of your money through sound financial planning and investment, tax planning, and preparation for the individuals and small businesses. Everyone wants to feel better about their finances, so go see Lee Kuchar at Kuchar Financial and let him have you feel more confident. And more confidence is kind of what St. Bernard's needs, but not right off the tip, as Robbins steals the ball and goes coast to coast at 39-11. And again, I keep going back to 18-8. And what a huge run that Windham has been on. And they come out in the second half, Coach, starting with the same kind of intensity left off with in the first.
Yeah, they forced 8 turnovers in the second quarter and forced a turnover right there.
Nice move that time by Davila.
Just a freshman.
Kiara Davila will go to the line. She will shoot 2. Forcing the issue a little bit. Turning the corner, an aggressive move to the rim. But it was a 10-point lead that turned it to 28 awfully quick.
Yeah, the Saints were able to take 10 shots in the first quarter, Sports Doctor, but only 4 shot attempts there in the second quarter as they turned the ball over 8 times. Just really struggled with the Windham pressure.
Yeah, it seems like Coach Mangual saw his team settle into the style of play that they want to see to dictate the pace and and everything in the game. We've got time. Harris, third chance scoring opportunity by Jada Green. And again, we talked about Green and Mangual and some of the size up front. They put bodies on them people because they will corral every offensive rebound. And, when you're giving a good team second and third chance scoring opportunities, when you're trying to get back into it, very hard. Down 30. Penucci with Rivera on her. Blocked that time by Green, but a deep 3 by Tenucci. So Tenucci knocking the triple down. Jenkins travel. I call that a quick first step. They call that a travel. Who's right there, Coach? That's a quick first step, in my opinion.
That was. Jenkins led all scorers with 14 in the first half.
Quiet
for the player of the year.
14, yeah. Robbins, a ball hawk on defense. Scribner calling for it. Jenkins on her, picks up her dribble. No man's land. Gotta give it up. Deep 3 by Jamboli. Off the mark, Kuhn. Can't save it. 41-14, 6 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Just underway, second half. As Rivera will bring it up. Jayleen's Rivera. Robbins, deep 3. Good. The NBN team, another nylon team. Very tough. Great guard play by Windham. You sprinkle in 3 or 4. That's a travel. There we go. You sprinkle in 3 or 4 kids that can knock down a 3 and have the green light, and the luxury, too, of some of the sophomores that don't look over their shoulder. They have the coach's confidence to go out there and make plays.
Yeah, and the game plan from Coach Nystrom was kind of limit those top 2 scorers, as you see another
Robbins.
bucket. But now the other players, the ensemble cast, the supporting cast, like you said, has stepped up and been able to score at will, and that's kind of taken away the air out of his game plan.
Yeah, 46-14. And Coach, when you're looking ahead not only to tomorrow, but you look ahead to the state tournament, when you're not a one-man show, when you've got, let's just say your hot scorer Jenkins is struggling from the floor that night, the importance of having, not only 2, but 3 or 4 different people that can put the ball in the basket is going to pay big dividends in the state tournament.
Absolutely, and also if a team wants to try and go junk defense on you, triangle and two,
Right.
or try to face guard and deny
Yep.
your top two players. You got other people wide open. And That's
Right.
what happened on that 2 possessions ago on that Robbins 3. They're in triangle and two,
Right.
and they kick it to the wing, and that top of the triangle has to get way out there, or the bottom has to come up.
Yeah.
It takes too long. You're going to get open shots with other players with your third, your fourth, your fifth options. So really, to beat a good team like Windham, you have to be able to play man.
Yeah.
It'll be an interesting matchup against the Bears because the Bears have a lot of size. So if they can force the misses that the Saints have been able to force,
Right.
maybe Windham can't get all those offensive rebounds. We'll have to see on Wednesday.
I like that DePerry-Robbins matchup a little bit. That's a good one. But hands that time by Robbins again. The pick of the pocket, and the lefty lay-in. And Zoe Robbins is showing you why last year she was an MVP. 14 for Robbins. I almost said 41. A turnover. Again, Harris. Harris hits the rim, it's the backboard, shooter's touch, drops in. Asia Harris for 2.
Yeah, Harris has been every bit as good as anyone else on this floor today. She's been all over the place. Her fingerprints all over this game.
Good defense there. Deep 3. Shambolai misses. Rebound. Davila comes up short. Danucci for 2. I see the Saints players kind of moaning and groaning about some of the cheap hand fouls that are not being called out there.
Well, they're getting worn down now.
Yeah.
I mean, in 50-16, it's hard. It's kind of the same situation we saw in Game 1. Just got to try to flush it and grind out each possession.
Deep 3 that time is good by Rivera.
And they kept Rivera in check in the first half with that triangle and 2. They went more to a traditional 2-3 zone there and a little side, top side, find the open shooter, and Rivera knocks it down.
Turnover again. Rivera drive, kick. Jenkins, double dribble.
This team is fun to watch. Would have been interesting to see them, in that Division I tournament. But
I asked them before the game. I said, how would you, when you're playing in this tournament, do you think you're missing something by not playing in a Division I tournament? I asked him that.
And then, what was the answer?
You bet. He said, you bet. I think that he believes that he may have the best team in the league.
Yeah.
No matter what division it is.
Yeah.
And I think definitely his division in the state. A jump ball? Jump ball stays your way. I'm not okay.
And listen, it's a tough call, but at the end of the day, when you had a team that already won the Division II tournament in the ECC,
yeah,
and you already won the state tournament, and you got everybody back.
Yeah, well, back for 3 is number 3, and Jenkins. They're just pouring it on now. Why would you not want to play the best?
Why would you not
want to play the best?
Because no matter what, even if you win the state tournament, you cannot be the number 1 team in the state.
No.
The only way you could be the number 1 team in the state, you win double L. So why wouldn't you? You already got it. I mean, it's an interesting debate. It's one that everybody probably looks at differently. But this team, I think, you almost want to see how far you can push them. What is the limit to their success? They'll still have a tough time winning Class M.
Yeah.
There'll be some much better teams that they'll have to go through, but nothing like double L.
Listen, they are on a 38-8 run, if my math is correct, and hopefully it is. That's a 40-8 run. This game was 18-8 at one point, and now it's 58-16. And it's not to take anything away from St. Bernard's because they hung in there in the first quarter. It's just they're imposing their will.
Like we kind of talked about in that first game.
Well, look at this. Harris again. The steal, the thievery, and the hoop. And I think you're right about Harris. This kid's only a sophomore. She's got a chance to be really something special. She's the goods out there.
Unofficially, I have Windham making their last 9 shot attempts.
Not all layups either. Tanucci. Kuhn swallowed up. Tanucci blocked that time by Jenkins. Quickness to the ball. 60-16. Pedal to the metal by Windham. Nice, easy pull-up, stop and pop. J-Lee's Rivera making that look too easy. Turns the corner, pulls up from 8 feet and drains it. (62-16). Kuhn guarded by Manguel. That's got to be that's backcourt.
Yep.
So the bad pass, the give up by Scribner, the frustration. Well, Jenkins, Manguel, spread the floor, 5 out on offense. I still dumped down that time, and the foul called as Harris sets up shop on the opposite block. Good pass in that time by the Whippets. Foul's going to be on Morgan Kuhn.
Back to that conversation, just me curiously as a spectator, I just would like to see, how far you can push this team up the ladder, because they do everything well. They shoot, they handle the ball, they can defend man-to-man, which to beat the best teams in the state, you're going to have to defend man-to-man. And they rebound well.
Yep.
And they have depth.
Yes, they do.
So I mean, what are they missing?
Yeah.
that any top team in the state has.
Yeah, I like the fact that
well coached.
You're very well coached.
I
like the fact that if your star's not going to give it to you, somebody else is going to give you 20.
Yeah.
And it's not just one of the one; it could be 2 or 3.
Yeah. Maybe the teams that we're going to see later today are happy Windham's in Division.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, there are no weaknesses. You might say, they don't really have a lot of height, but they have some strength and the hustle, the tenacity to get the rebounds. And that's part of rebounding, is that mentality.
Yeah.
And they have it in spades.
Scribner looking to give it up. High ball screen. Trapped in the corner. Great defense by Harris. Give and go cut, shot clock violation. 23 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. There was a microcosm of the second quarter. Just an absolute show by the Whippets.
Yeah, just a blitz.
Yep. Tough to stop. Tough to stop. When you get cooking, it's tough to stop. Rivera gives it up. Jenkins thought about it. Manguel did too. Somebody's going to shoot it. Manguel says, I'll shoot it. Oh, in and out. That ball hit every possible end of the rim. It came up a little short, 62-16. We'll take a quick break. Stick around for fourth quarter action here on theday.com.
It's time for the 2025 Best of the Best Reader's Choice Awards contest, brought to you by The Day. This is your chance to let us know who your favorite people, places, and businesses are throughout southeastern Connecticut. And now, we're including a game day category where you can nominate high school athletes, coaches, and plays of the season. Submit your nominations daily in each category, now through February 23rd. The more you nominate, the greater the chance your favorites have to make it to the voting round. View full contest details and nominate now at theday.com/bestof. Remember, nominations close February 23rd, so don't wait. It's the day's best of the best.
Well, Coach Nystrom talking things over, but right now it looks like our tickets have been punched for the Division II final at the Mohegan Sun. It looks like it'll be Windham against Stonington. 2 different styles, 2 different paces of play, but 2 really, really good teams, and some third year in a row, and some hot shooting in the third quarter, coached by the Whippets.
11 of 14 unofficially. 23 of 46, 50% for the game, just turning the ball over 3 times, whereas the Saints have turned it over 20 times.
Why is it hard? Oh, there's another turnover. Jenkins looking to push, kicks it out to Christian. Rivera back in the corner to Jenkins, off the mark. Rebound by Green. Christian, deep 3, in and out. I've had a lot of shots like that happen in my career, in and out like that. Hit every end of the rim, come out. I'm screaming at the ball, screaming at the rim. Now my partner you're going to work with the next game, he made every one of those shots. 62-16. Nice steal again by Rivera. Turnovers continue to mount. Rivera all the way. Jenkins with the offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Christian. Back to Jenkins. Good move that time. Takes a hit. No foul. Play on. Manuel for 3. Off the mark. White basketball.
Christian, you see her in there, number 1, another freshman player. We saw some terrific freshmen for Stonington check in the 4th quarter.
Jenkins wide open from the corner, short rims it. Taken by Davila, the big push against the freshman. No foul, play on. Up comes Rivera. Drive, the kick, Jenkins for 3. Little off the mark. Rivera, deep 3. Off the mark, rebound by Kuhn. Looks ahead, ball knocked out of bounds by Rivera. 6-17, some sloppy play on both ends.
Yeah, 0 of 6 from 3-point line here this quarter are the Whippets. 0 of 7 overall.
You know what's impressive to see is a team, when they get a big lead, don't let up off the gas pedal. And it's easy to do that. Scribner from the corner, miss. Rebound comes Rivera. Up ahead, a nice little give and go that time, and the finish at the rim by Green. So what I'm trying to say is, usually if a team gets up by 30 or 40, they kind of fall asleep out there, like everybody else in the gym. But they're not. They know when to play.
Green runs the floor so well, getting ahead of the ball.
Yep.
Giving herself opportunities for easy buckets. Run the floor hard, get yourself an easy bucket.
Jump ball on the time. And
that'll be it for the superstar, the ECC Player of the Year, Nia Jenkins, checking out.
.21 into the game. Check that, number 11. Nelson Flores in the game.
And number 10.
Cruz Lanos. Jolimar Cruz Lanos. Deep 3 that time, off the mark from Rivera, and ball will stay right here. Coach Robert Manguel knows he's got a good team, knows it's his responsibility to keep them locked and loaded and focused. And move that time for 2 for Jaylee's Rivera. Coming into this game, she was 58 points shy of 1,000. 47 points away from 1,000. Something tells me that she might get that throughout the course of the next couple games in the state tournament. Turnover again, Christian. Tanucci getting into the mix. Rivera, head down, go to the basket. Deep 3 that time from Cruz Lanos. Too strong. And here come the Saints, looking to push. Deep 3 that time from Scribner. Off the mark, Kuhn with the rebound, doing work. And the putback. 66-18, 4.5 to go. Deep 3 by Christian. Off the mark, and she will get called for the foul. 4:22 left to go in the game. All but a formality here at Fitch High School. First two games, very, very one-sided. As Stonington beat up on Wheeler pretty good, and right now, the Windham Whippets looking to punch their ticket and get back to the Mohegan Sun. Kuhn hustling on the offensive glass. Tanucci makes a move. Stop, pop, short. Rebound Windham. Rivera will settle things down. Maybe they'll burn some clock, maybe not. Well, short on the three. Coach may be saying burn some clock. I don't know. Do you say that at that point? Deep three by the Saints. Rebounded by Windham. Because Coach Manuel maybe be able to say maximize each possession, maximize each possession. Deep three. Off the mark. Scribner with the rebound. Both teams right now, Coach, look a little disinterested.
Yeah, it's become a game of horse.
Yes. So let's look at that matchup. Let's look at, Zoe Robbins versus DePerry. Looking ahead a little bit onto Wednesday's showdown.
Yeah, I think DePerry, they'll probably put DePerry on Jenkins.
Okay.
But it's going to be interesting if they go man, because they can clog up the middle with some kind of zone. Maybe they'll go 3-2 zone. Maybe they'll go some kind of triangle and put two people on Jenkins and Rivera.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting what Coach Solar does. I think Coach Solar has some adjustments or things that she has to prepare for, whereas Windham is just going to pretty much roll out their same game plan that they've been doing all year long and hope that it works. I think if there's a weakness at all for Windham is if they go cold like they've gone this quarter. If they go cold from three, and we've seen teams struggle sometimes at Mohegan Sun, although Windham's comfortable with that environment by now. I think if they go cold from three, Stonington must secure those defensive rebounds.
Timeout taken by St. Bernard's. I will say this. I do think the guard play for Windham is slightly better than the guard play for Stonington. But Stonington's got some big athletic people, too, that can, to make some plays. I mean, it's going to be a wonderful matchup. And get into a game like that, whoever makes the less turnovers, whoever converts, whoever takes care of the basketball, we talk about that stuff all the time. But I think that it's going to be the little things that make a big difference in a game like that.
Yeah, I was at the NFA practice yesterday with Coach Gomez emphasizing 50-50 balls and rebounding. And those are the two things she was emphasizing a lot. You got to win those 50-50 balls, and you got to limit the opponent to one shot. And so I think for Stonington, those things definitely, but also they have to take care of the rock.
Yeah.
They cannot give Windham free baskets with bad passes. 30 feet from the basket. Wyndham's good at shooting the passing lane, and then they get a breakaway, and that's kind of deflating. So Stonington's got some days to prepare now. It's not till Wednesday, so you got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday to get ready, and I think that's going to be a heavy part of their practice plan is making sure we don't throw the ball away and have live ball turnovers. If we got to take a 5-second violation, eat it. Well, I used to say go into the turtle. Just fall on the ball and just protect it. Set up your defense.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that Stonington matches up well speed-wise with Windham?
No.
You don't think so? You think Wyndham's a little quicker?
I don't think many teams match up speed-wise with Windham. That's why you have to find a way to, there's certain players.
Yeah.
And DePerry for sure.
How do you neutralize it?
Yeah, you got to find ways to neutralize it with your game planning.
Christian. Deep three that time. Splash! Daly's Rivera. Cooking with gas still. 50-point lead.
Still pressuring the ball with the young players here, with the substitutes.
Just waiting for Coach Robert Manguel to say milk the shot clock, milk the shot clock. Scribner into the game. Well, I mean, St. Bernard's is another team like Wheeler who is going into a state tournament coming off of an absolute drubbing, and your mentality is flush it.
Absolutely. Got to flush it. And St. Bernard's the 12 seed in Class S, so they'll be the same tournament as Wheeler.
Elias Sanchez checking into the game.
So
for J.
Class
Lee's
S,
Rivera. Class Act coming out of the game there.
Absolutely. Class S, much different opponent, so not going to see this kind of athleticism and speed, especially throughout the tournament. Maybe one or two teams in there.
Kuhn with a drop step, turn around. That's an old school basketball move right there.
That was a pretty
little
move.
Drop step, turn around, face, knock it down from 4 feet. That's a big man move right there.
That was a nice move. That's all you can do, sports doctor. All you can do is flush it.
Yeah.
And get to game planning and don't even.
Yeah, leave it here.
Yeah, don't even sweat it.
Yeah.
You guys, let's just move on to the next season. We made it to the semis.
Yep.
We made the most of every possession we could, and let's just go on.
And you know how these tournaments are. I mean, state tournaments, house money. Roll the dice, play loose, play free. You know.
Well, for St. Bernard, the state tournament will be a more accurate measure of of what they got on their roster. So that's a good tournament for them.
Windham still grinding out there on the defensive end and never let up.
Well, these players who just checked into the game haven't played all game long. So
Yeah.
two things, they got a lot of energy, and number
Yep.
two, they're trying to impress coach. Maybe you could put me in for a minute or two. I'd like to touch the Mohegan Sun floor
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
Got to work for your supper no matter what. No doubt about that. Just under a minute to go in the ball game. Steal by Windham. Stepped out of bounds. Was Cruz Llanos. Yep. 69-21. Just under a minute to go. Windham will take on Stonington at the Mohegan Sun on Wednesday.
I believe that's going to be the 2 p.m. game, sports
Yep.
doctor. 2 p.m. will be the girls Division II, followed by the boys Division II, then boys Division I.
At 6, and then 8 o'clock is the girls Division I.
The nightcap, girls Division I, which is we'll
fun
find
day.
out. We'll find out who those teams are in the next few hours here on theday.com.
Coach, it's been a lot of fun working with you the first 2 games. Good luck with Casey in the next 2, the 2 nightcaps. You've got Fitch versus NFA, and then
New London Bacon coming up next.
A couple of really good games. And tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun at the X as well. So a lot of action on game day in the next 3 days. A lot of action. Christian. Right to the hole. Misses. Christian gets her own rebound. Haley Christian, freshman. Angwell. Coach says, just eat it. No shot clock. Here we go. I think it's the longest I've seen Windham have the ball without taking a shot all night. 10 seconds to go. Stick around for the post game and the player of the game. I will have Coach and our player of the game afterwards. But game 2 in the books. The Windham Whippets have advanced to the Mohegan Sun on Wednesday afternoon at 2 o'clock to take on the Stonington Bears. Stick around for the post game on the other side. We are watching Game Day live on theday.com.
It's time for the 2025 Best of the Best Reader's Choice Awards contest brought to you by The Day. This is your chance to let us know who your favorite people, places, and businesses are throughout southeastern Connecticut. And now, we're including a game day category where you can nominate high school athletes, coaches, and plays of the season. Submit your nominations daily in each category, now through February 23rd. The more you nominate, the greater the chance your favorites have to make it to the voting round. View full contest details and nominate now at theday.com/bestof. Remember, nominations close February 23rd, so don't wait. It's the Day's Best of the Best.
Tonight's player of the game is brought to you by Roberto's Log Cabin Restaurant. Nestled in the woods of Lebanon, Connecticut, Roberto's Log Cabin is the cozy rustic home of comfort food. Family owned and operated, The Cabin, as it's fondly known, offers a diverse menu of hearty fare from burgers to the best ribs in the state. So come check out the Hallway of History in the newly renovated tavern, sample the diverse menu, get your craft beers and cocktails, all while watching your favorite sports on one of their 10 TVs. Stop in and see Rob and the crew and tell them Game Day sent you. Player of the game by Roberto's Log Cabin Restaurant.
Back here at Fitch High School as Windham has knocked off St. Bernard 69-22. Let's go to the sports doctor with our player of the game.
Our Roberto's Log Cab player of the game, Anaya Jenkins. 17 points out there tonight for Anaya. Take this shirt down to Roberto's in Lebanon, put it on and wear it. You, your friends, your family, free plate of wings. 17 points out there tonight. It seemed like the second quarter you guys really got things moving out there.
Yeah. The second quarter was kind of our best quarter. We knew we had to keep it pushing, push the ball, and just play our game.
Now, this is the time of year you guys have been waiting for all season. You know, you went through 19-1. You're going back to the Mohegan Sun with a big lead like that. Is it hard to lose focus?
No, we know our focus is on our main goal, and it's to win ECCs at Mohegan.
Oh, great job tonight. And you told me a few weeks ago, what's better than one trip to the Mohegan Sun?
2 trips to Mohegan.
2 trips. Great job tonight, 17 points. But Coach Manguel, let's bring you in for a second. This is just not a one-player team. You've got a lot of moving pieces out there.
Yeah, we have a lot of sophomores that step up. We have the 2 seniors that lead our team. We got a good freshman crew too, so we got a good group coming.
Coach, this has been a fabulous season. And when you're coming into a game like Tuesday and you're taking on Stonington, is it hard to keep these kids focused?
No, they're excited. They wanted to play them. We played them twice in the season. I know they're well coached. She's going to be ready, and we'll be ready also.
Now, like I said, you've got a complete team here. You don't just have one star. The tenacity on defense, the ball pressure, and then second and third chance scoring opportunities on the offensive end make things easy.
Yeah, we have girls that work hard like Asia Harris, Zoe Robbins, and a lot of these girls, they give us second chances, and Jada Green. And with this team, we're really good.
It's a lot of fun coaching these kids?
Oh, yeah, super fun.
Yeah, good stuff. The Windham Whippets headed back to the Mohegan Sun on Wednesday to take on the Stonington Bears.
All right, thank you, Sports Doctor. Half of our semifinal action is complete. Division II final is set, Stonington versus Windham. Up next, the Division I semifinal. Stay here, we'll be back with Bacon versus New London live on Game Day on theday.com.